And I messed up the stream. Welcome back, everyone. It is a roll for story. Jumping Junipers. Playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Just getting the stream up. We got one crucial step. And it was this. There you go. Welcome back. Last session, they managed to get deeper into the mountains of Yon, exploring the different scenes and sights. They finished off their talk with the Greyhawk Mummers, the troupe of acrobats and performers and pantomime actors from Motherhorn, and they seem to be quite a colourful bunch, different personalities, and they got you to perform for them, and you did a little rehearsal for your big act. It's going to be part of the carnival's big top performance, and they gave you some pointers and some advice, but they also loved some of the energy that was thrown to the walls. The improv storytelling was in full swing, and we even had like a near-death moment when Notus nearly took the 200-foot plunge, but then managed to levitate across the rope. Yeah. Then they told you a little bit more. They have some vital information that they can't share with you yet, seeing as their matriarch doesn't want to just give it away to anyone. This information is very important. If it falls into the wrong hands, it could be devastating. So they decided they'll like try to. You had to earn their trust effectively, but they did agree to come to the carnival, which you're hosting. So they'll meet you there, and yeah, Garreth, you cursed all of them but one. Argra, I think her name was. But anyway, what else? You uncovered the fact that one of them was a relative of Candlewick, not Candlewick, Candlefoot, and they gave you a little bell bed, and you gave them. I can't remember what you gave them. A feather.
I gave them some rations as well as a jade figurine because they would need something to trade to get lodging and stuff back in.
Yes.
With the Brigantites, because while the Brigantites would definitely likely willing to help, it's best to, considering their situation, it's best to make sure they have something to trade with.
Got it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So then, after that, oh yeah, they also gave you some weird directions. They told you about the fact that there's almost like two eyes of the storm, right? You've got the mists, which are the mists sort of separate the three realms from each other, and it's perpetuated by the windmill. And then there's also the storms in Yon, and they've seen the eye of the storm. They've flown a little close to it, but they didn't get all the way up to it. But they described this, or rather they pantomimed out this kind of strange chair at the top of a mountain. Very strange. Nonetheless, got two potential locations to seek out there. But they did say in order to get to the windmill, you're going to need to fly. Of course, you have your own air balloon, but they also mentioned that they've seen Bauble, Charm, and Trinket take their own air balloon to the windmill. And apparently they delivered a bunch of presents or gifts of some kind. And then, yeah, very strange kind of behavior. And they had an altercation with them at one point as well. You heard that they kind of did battle in the air at some point. And yeah, okay. And then you moved on, found some strange goats, gave them a little pet and some food. And they gifted you with a reciprocity. They told you a strange prophecy. And I guess I'll repeat it here, why not? Just so you have it fresh in your heads. Where is it? Okay, here it is. So, yeah, bizarrely, one of them spoke at a time. They kind of like finished each other's sentences. And what they said was, when the moon obstructs the sun, creeping Lynn will come undone. Played her passions, stay unscript. A cat, a horn, or a shadow ripped. The fool's scepter is the key. And with that, the goats were happy to sort of see themselves off and jumped back up into the mountains. After that, you
Do
guys...
we have it pasted in our notes?
Somewhere? Yeah, I think I did paste it in notes, yeah. Didn't I?
Okay. I just want to make sure we have it.
Oh no, it isn't. Oh, here you go. And then lastly, you decided to have a little snack because, you know, these pylons keep on zapping poor Notus. So they decided to go munch on one, and the unlikely scenario happened where you bumped right into Gleam and a strange little dandelion called Amador, and the love of their life, Pollinella, who is a queen of a hive, who they've eloped, they've run away. Gleam is still looking for her sister. She's able to see through her sister's eyes and has seen there's this like dark, dank prison-like cell that she's stuck in. It's actually well furnished apparently, but still. She guesses, judging based on the lightning and storm outside, that she has to be here in Yon somewhere. And then, as you were admiring the lightning and Ulric about to bite into it, you saw... That's not that music. Let's say, let's go with that one. Yeah, Gleam Shadow Obscurity appeared and was taunting the party. And Ulric, she was warning you not to bite into this massive pylon. You did so anyway, and you seemed to freeze up as you touched the kind of ghostly, shadowy form of Obscurity. Thankfully, Vaike was there to grab a hold of you with an earthbind. Neat little trick. Pull you back to safety. And you got to talk with Obscurity once more. Really kind of drill down into her emotions. But some dice really screwed you. I think you rolled like 2 nat 1s, and she was putting up her walls, deflecting, and ultimately you weren't able to really get through to her. Even when offering help, she said, "I don't want help. I don't want to be saved. Not all of us are a damsel in distress. And some of us just want to be left alone." To which point Notus called out her lie. And you can tell, Notus, there was a great fear on her when Baird said something about, we're going to help you no matter what. And perhaps like unite you with Gleam. But yeah, Obscurity said that she kind of like dashed your hopes quite a bit by saying that, do you really think it's all going to be all right when you return to, when you kind of combine or unify? It's not going to be the same. You've been apart for too long. The same goes for Notus. She said something like, you're kidding yourself if you think this, it can all go back to normal. Anyway, with that, you guys promised Pollinella that you would help them, and Amador is also apparently a guide. One of the 3 guides. They know their way around Yon really well, and they've been helping Gleam. And they were kind of gonna promise to help you guys too, if you could help with the situation. Pollinella is on the run from her hive, which have just caught up at this point, and you were waiting, laying a kind of a trap Jack currently smells like pollinella thanks to the prestidigitation, and a swarm of Duracraft. Yeah, okay. And then clearly a swarm of bees catches up to you guys and has surrounded Jack. And it wasn't long after that you heard a thump, thump, thump in the distance, and emerging over the mountainside is a massive cyclops with a beehive on a crooked staff. And that's where we left off. You guys are all kind of situated on the path. Amador draws their rapier, ready to do battle. And this thing just comes into view. Let me see.
Peace, Amador.
Amador looks up at you and nods. But they seem to be still ready nonetheless. But yeah, let's see. This Cyclops charges into the fray. And all the while, probably God, I knew you guys would be like.
Our character personally would love to see the dandelion try to take on this.
He's got it.
I know he has. I just think they're really funny to watch.
I will say hello and bow.
Okay.
Holding out my hand.
They are in a
friendly.
They are in full charge as they run over the mountainside, yelling.
Umtarakam Pialons.
Does anyone speak giant?
No.
No. Okay.
But I can talk to the bees.
Yes, you can. The bees don't understand giant though. But they do seem to repeat perhaps the same sentiment. And yeah, all of them are buzzing around, going,
"We found the queen! We found the queen! Yes! The queen is here!"
And they start buzzing around Jack, jumping all over them.
Wait, queen look different. Queen smell different.
And they start to realize very quickly this is not their queen.
This isn't queen. Fake queen. Fake queen.
Is the Cyclops still running towards Bird and the dandelion?
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Can I intercept him so that way he doesn't run them over?
I also
sure.
hope to intercept him.
Of course. I will say you get there just as you see this big crashing foot nearly threaten to squash you guys. This thing's probably like 20 feet tall.
Oh my god.
And you can tell they've explored these mountains thoroughly because they look kind of rugged, well traveled. They got like little tins and pots and pans on them, but they're like the size of a bathtub for you guys. Nonetheless, yeah, he looks very angry. You can tell, Notus, there's this aggression on them, and it's directed at everyone here. I think he's just going to go to kick you out of the way. both Vaike and Ulric. Or at least they're going to try
I'll
to.
hold up my hands. I'll hold up my hands in like a stop gesture. I don't know how well that'll get conveyed to him, but I'll try.
Okay, give me I mean, no, he's not stopping. Just give me an athletics check.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
If he
then
bowls them over, I'm taking a shot.
I
Okay.
can cast Calm Emotions if you guys want me to.
We'll see if he kicks me out of the way first.
Okay. And Ulric, you can roll one as well.
Okay.
Pretty good checks. I think I have advantage because of the sheer size difference here on this occasion. So I'm doing a overrun. 23.
I'll give this to Arctic.
Can I use tactical mind here so I could beat him too?
Yeah, you could.
I don't want this guy going any close. As long as I don't roll a 1, right? But I wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
Woo! 8.
Okay.
Hey, thank
Nice.
you, Sir Goldick.
Watch out!
Form a shield wall. He brings up like his own shield, and then you guys basically feel like what feels like a mountainside crash into you. Both your feet dig into the ground and skid across the mountainside as they barge right into you, and they're trying to get past you towards whatever the bees are fussing about. And he looks down
can
at
I
the
turn
two of
towards the-
you. Okay, what? Sorry, Ben?
I was going to turn towards the bees, and I'm going to try to convince them to calm the swarm for a minute so we can talk with this with their keeper.
Okay. You can roll a persuasion check, but it's going to be disadvantaged. These bees are currently hostile because they seem to think this is an imposter, and maybe they've even ate their poor queen, which is what they're saying. They're like,
This pumpkin ate our queen!
The 21.
that's a success. What do you say to them?
No one's eaten anyone. The pumpkin just... She had stopped by and rubbed on the pumpkin. She wanted us to speak to you all on her behalf. And I'll also do a little butt jiggle because bees talk by dancing.
They do also see Amador as well, and they do say,
It's the thief! The thief! She stole the
No,
queen! They stole the queen!
She's in love with him.
the
No one
bees
was
are
stolen.
bees do still nonetheless do seem to swarm around Amador as well. And now you see the Cyclops also pointing as well accusatively towards the dandelion. And let me check here. Yes, are you casting something, Garreth? I thought you were
No.
getting ready with. Okay, never mind. All right. I thought you had to comprehend languages or something. You do.
Oh, I have the ritual.
Oh, okay. It takes 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can communicate using rogue minor illusion, so it's not too much trouble to use images.
The giant continues to bellow, and as they point towards Amador, they seem to be saying something in giant accusatively.
Ungara, Kakarosh.
I'll sort of motion. I'll sort of placing my robe and using spellcasting to sort of change the images. I will do a image of what he thinks happens, which I presume aligns with the bees, which is dandelion, like dressed like a thief in the night, like question mark with a bee underarm.
They have no idea what these illusions are. They seem to stare for a moment, and it's just like outstare the Cyclops all the way back from the carnival. And after a few blinks, they start to go back to shouting again. And he seems to get more and more irritated to the point where he starts kind of whacking his staff. It almost looks like a great club at this point into the ground, and he just keeps on swarming more bees out of the hive. And now you've just got like this entire colony buzzing around your heads.
I'll continue to as they swarm. I'll just continually tell the bees like we're not a threat. Swarm of bees labeled.
Love those tokens, yeah. Love it when they didn't give me any art. That's great. You gotta love it.
Well, there's only one universal language, and I will. No, there's only one universal language. If words aren't the best tool, there's only one universal language in all the world.
Fighting.
And that's music.
Oh.
Oh
no.
That's fine. That's fine.
12.
Not enough?
Okay. No, it's not a success. This Cyclops continues to
14.
bellow, and 14, their voice is so deep and booming that it seems to drown out the music and only gets them more worked up and angrier. And at this point, the swarm is going to descend on Dandelion. They're not going for you guys, but I'm sure you don't want that to happen to Amador anyway. I'm going to let you guys roll initiative and see how it goes. They're not attacking you, though, but they seem to be sort of indifferent to you. But to Amador, they're just focusing their entire rage. Buffont, go away. I'm sorry. You can't be here, Buffont.
Oh, poor Goltic.
Okay, Voltic. They're alright. But you can hear them, Baird, before they begin their strike. They go,
Sting the thief! Sting! Make them pay!
and you start to hear Flight of the Bumblebees playing as they descend on them. Okay, Vaike is a copy, isn't it? Okay, you're up first, Baird.
You know what I'm gonna do immediately.
I assume it's calm the fuck down. All right. Charisma save. They make it. I think.
Two
Wait, who was...
things.
That's not my. That's your save.
That was me.
Okay.
That's just me. It didn't roll up, but
I'm
when I
trying to
placed
calm
the
yourself
template
down
it just-
first. What's up, Garreth?
Calm emotions doesn't work against swarms, and I believe not. It also doesn't work
You are
against
correct.
non-humanoids, which giants are.
Ooh. Well, let me just check real quick. That's the case. The swarms are indeed immune to charm, but
But there's no. It's an AOE spell that falls under just.
okay. Doesn't say anything about humanoids, does it? Oh, it does. Humanoids. Jeez, you're right. You're right. Okay. Damn, getting rules lowered by your own team. Apologies, Baird. You do see that the bees are
Oh
driven
wait.
There might be a new rule. I'm gonna look at it first.
Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creature of your choice. It doesn't mention the charm parts, but then again, it's still the humanoids. Fuck.
Yeah, they are already indifferent anyway. At this point, they're just hostile towards Amador.
Okay.
Okay. Am I cutting it again?
If it wouldn't have worked at all, if there was no chance of it working, I wouldn't have cast it.
I'm gonna say that still is your action on this occasion, I'm afraid. Like, you didn't necessarily know that these guys would be immune to charm or even mudlump, but
It's not really that. It's more that I didn't know that the humanoid tag was on the spell.
sorry, was I cutting out then? Is that just me? Music seems to be making me lag again. The fuck? Sorry, my audio's cutting out apparently. Anyway, okay. Sorry, what did you say? Hello?
I said that I didn't know the humanoid tag was on the spell itself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cast it. But it's on the spell itself. It's not the charm immunity that's the problem.
All right, what do you want to do instead?
Well, my only alternative is probably going for something in the same camp. Which I guess would be command. Probably gonna go for. I'll probably go for a command on the Cyclops, I think. I will command him to understand.
Understand
Empathize.
what? Doesn't seem to understand.
What Amador feels.
Yeah, okay.
Or what we're saying. Well, it doesn't
Alright.
really matter. I'm commanding him to understand using magic.
Sure.
And then my bonus action, I can.
Says he doesn't even understand your language.
Don't believe command needs
It's
understanding
not
of the
that.
language
It's not
I speak.
that. It's just
Not
understand
anymore.
what, like, understand. He doesn't know what. Hasn't got the concept across yet, but. Alright. Amador sees what's
Yeah.
up, readies their weapon, and. Actually, they do have a little. They do have a range attack for these swarms. But I will say that they're holding their action to use their rapier. Ulric. Oh, wait, roll.
Yup.
Didn't want to roll now. What do you want to do?
Oh my god, it's my turn already. This guy's he's barreling to it. I'm gonna hit this guy. This big mountainous man.
Okay.
I guess I could also alternatively. I could go back.
He is trying to like push you aside
Ulric,
and like
body. Okay, I'll hit him.
he's like trying to get to Amador. It's up to you what you want to do.
I'll go back. I'll rage.
Okay.
Do that first. I'll get angry. Let's see.
In
Let's see if
before
I
astral
teleport
plane.
this time. Let's see what happens. Okay.
For astral
What
plane
is that?
again.
91. That's a big one.
Okay, that's not as-
91. Up to 3 creatures of your choice you can see within 30 feet of you. Take 4d10 lightning damage.
Yeah. There's 3 creatures. For the love of God. Discord just crashed. Discord, why? Why Discord, why? Why you do these? Jeez, like it's fully crashed. Jesus. Hello?
Hello.
Ew.
Discord just crashed on me. That was weird. Okay.
Yep. How much did you hear?
You got the lightning, the 3 creatures. There happens to
you
be
want-
3 creatures.
Yeah. I mean, it says up to 3 creatures of your choice you can see. Take 4d10
your
lightning damage.
Yep. It's up to you, man. You can choose him or or him and the swarms.
My issue is
Okay.
it's not non-lethal.
Brian.
Yeah, I mean, how does he know it's me, right? I mean, where's this lightning really coming from, right? Who knows? This could have been from anywhere.
Healthy.
Do I need to hit someone?
Of your choice,
No,
so you don't
it's
technically
your
have
choice.
It feels wasted if I don't. I want a lightning bolt to hit him.
Yeah, all right. Did you?
I'll have like a rail like a railgun spike just charge through my horns and
Makes
hit
sense.
him
On the
with
lightning
4d10.
I mean, you did eat a
lightning.
pylon. You did eat a
Yeah.
pylon, to be fair.
This pent up electricity that's still sparking all over Ulric as well surges up. Feel it up in your throat, and then it seems to supercharge your horns. And yeah, you can just fire off a lightning bolt. Is it? Do you want to roll those damage?
It's
4d10.
Sure. All right.
And do I roll a dex save? You just takes it.
No, it's just damage. I
Oh,
think.
nice. Okay. If so, yeah, that's
And it's
really
up to 3
impressive.
creatures, so-
Do you want it on just this Cyclops or on the other 2?
Yeah, I just want it on the Cyclops.
Just the Cyclops. It is okay. Yeah, they are like seriously launched back for a moment as that surge hits them.
And then
I mean, I guess he is dumb enough. You could non-lethal him if you guys want to get into.
That's what I intended on doing. I
Yeah.
feel like he's not really gonna see reason until he can calm down, and I can't see him calming down naturally.
I'm only doing this because you're attacking us, dude.
Yeah, I don't wanna, but I didn't mean to just shoot lightning at you, but
Okay. It's fake.
is
Oh, sorry. You were
well, I
done?
still
Are
have
you
my
done?
attack.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry. Totally forgot. God,
Is my rage active? It doesn't look like it
It
is.
doesn't look like your
good
rage went through.
question. No, it's not.
Oh. Usability.
Bizarre. Couldn't tell you why, but just tell me what you want to do anyway. Forget the automation.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You could try to
Woo!
disarm him or try to grapple him if you wanted to. I guess he's too big to grapple, but
Oh, reckless just happens now. I don't have to activate it.
When you click it, it should target yourself, and then you should gain a buff. But
Hmm.
you got advantage on the attack anyway. We know how that works.
Yeah.
So just roll an attack. Okay, roll that again.
And then. Woo!
Settings aren't consistent across games, which is annoying. So even if I have things set up perfectly in one world, I then have to do
you
it
have
all
to
again
copy
on
it,
another
put it in
world.
the other. Yeah.
I don't even think I can copy some things. I can copy MIDI QOL, but like that's one module out of like 17. Actually, there's 64 active modules on this world. Anyway, all right. So you definitely hit it, and I think that's gonna leave a bit of a scar with 11 damage. Ow.
It's not lethal.
Is that slicing active?
Yeah. Or is it active? I don't know if it's active.
Slicing is a property.
Mm,
I mean, the
no,
D4 is
it's-
it the automated slicing?
Oh yeah. It did automate, yeah. But
No, okay.
the 13. So you hit it. You should have done 9 damage technically the first one, unless you got a second attack, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, doesn't need advantage. Oh dear, here we go again. 17 gold.
Money!
Hey, Ace, you're targeting yourself.
Oh no.
I'm targeting
He is a little
myself.
You're hitting yourself.
I think because Reckless
Reckless.
targets yourself, but I can undo that damage. Don't
What the
worry.
heck? I'm just dying.
Yeah, apparently. No, you're on 47. You're good. Oh god, what a hit though! All right, you absolutely rock him. For a moment, he staggers back up against the wall of the mountain, sort of hits the back there,
And can I also topple him or no? Because he's big.
he's large, but no, there's no size restriction on topple.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that
Mhm.
should work. So con save, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. He's going down. Bang!
Ew.
Crack.
He's yelling at us, and you're just like, "Come on, dude!"
Yeah, calm down.
Fissures break open over the wall, over this ledge, and you can feel the whole mountain sort of shudder as the thing collides with
Toppled
the
right
ground.
before Vaike of all people too. Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, now it's Vake's go.
Oh right.
Get him, Vaike.
Oh, this poor guy. I will step around to get to this side of it. I get a flanking bonus with Ulric.
Got him right where you
I'll
want
use
him.
my bow. I'll use my bonus action to cast Divine Favor.
You mean hit yourself
And
for 3 damage? No, I'm
Yep.
joking.
you have to.
You have to.
That's how
You
Divine
got-
Favor works.
Mhm.
He's got to have the nosebleed so he can wipe it off anime stuff.
Yeah, gotta get myself pumped. All right, and then we'll go ahead for the first attack.
It's the classic wrestler move.
Ah!
Oh my god, you two. Give him a chance.
They wanted to
He's
knock
just
him
a
out
bee.
because
I-
we gotta talk to him.
I also did
Just a
15 damage to
beekeeper.
myself.
Because of the divine
Ah.
favor.
I don't know
Which
why.
is
I've
not
undone it.
lethaling him because he's attacking.
It's alright, I've undone it. But yeah, that was crazy. Alright. Dang, you like go for the jugular or something? How does this look?
Oh yeah, as soon as Ulric pulls him down, I vault over him, and then instantly elbow drop him, right in the throat. All right, and so I didn't have advantage. Is he pro?
He should be prone,
He is
but yeah,
prone.
I think the automation. I've got to like update all of this. Apply medical condition effects. There it is. I have found it.
His name is Mudlump. What a name.
Oh, there's the
Mm.
weapon mastery automation. Okay, we're turning things on. Okay, there we go. Yes, so that's another hit, and you can roll a d20, see if you crit again.
All right, it won't happen, but I like rolling dice.
Okay, so I'll just take
Alright.
the 11. Ugh. This
And
guy
then-
is made of stone, it feels like. He has got so much health, even after those 2 crits. He's not even bloodied yet. He hasn't broke a sweat.
Well, all right, that's what I needed. So we'll do my free shield attack for dual wielder. Oh,
Another d20.
let me roll another 20 just in
Yeah,
case.
you can just roll that again. Okay, it's definitely a hit.
26.
Let's make him prone again. Okay, so you did what was it, 11?
13.
13 damage? Okay. Whew. That is hurting. Still not bloodied yet. Someone's keeping count.
Still not.
That's a lot of health.
Yeah, all right.
No. It's a lot of
We're
health.
gonna use Unleash Incarnation. And then that's gonna give me another Cestus hit. This time Vaike 2 will elbow drop him.
There we go, now it's working.
Alright. And then we'll finish the turn off with an action surge.
Oh no.
Oh no.
God, he's
Wait,
getting
that was
rocked.
Friend. What is Friend doing here?
Oh, I targeted myself again because
Mm.
of action surge.
Oh, really? It targeted you.
He should,
Okay.
he should yeah,
He takes
so
the
should've
11
taken another
instead.
11. Yeah.
Ow. Okay.
And the last attack.
Another hit. Another 11 damage. Poor guy. Alright, Jesus. I think he got the message. You guys are not to be messed with, but nonetheless, the bees are gonna swarm around on Amador. And this one's gonna go for its bite attacks. These are stingy bites. Okay, is that a 13 to hit? Perfect. That is actually perfect. Because, as I mentioned, he was ready with a rapier. And he parries the bee stings. He actually has this as a built-in feature, and it gives him +2 AC, which brings him up to 14 AC, and he manages to deftly duck out of the way. He's clearly contended with bees all his life, and
Yeah.
his
Aww.
pollen is only for one one bee and one bee alone. All right, that's gonna be their turn. Notice yours.
Okie
Can we
dokie.
get the bees together?
There's a second swarm here. Oh no, is the other way around, like this.
Mm.
Um. I don't know if I really want to hurt the bees. It's not necessarily their fault. I mean, I know they're attacking.
Well,
Get the yellow guy.
Death to the
What I'm gonna
thief!
do is me and Mischief are gonna come, squeeze in a gap here, and I'm going to use Gust to try and get the bees away
hmm.
from our dandelion friend.
Okay. And
Sorry, let me just.
oh,
Oh no, sorry, wasn't meant to be on him. It was meant to be
it
on the bees.
wasn't Muddlem. Okay. That's
No, it
fine.
was supposed to
They
be on
would
the
have.
bees.
Oh, they would have got with still with a nat 20. They would have got 16.
Well, they have this because they're a bunch of little bees.
That's why it's a
No,
-4.
that's
Oh, that's
that's
fair.
already -4 is why they've got terrible strength. I think is that a success? Notice. I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the
Okay.
following effects. It's so there's 3 different effects. It's where are we? At 5th level, your gust. No, I'm not. Capable of pushing large creatures 5 feet and pushing small objects that weigh no more than 5 pounds that aren't worn or carried
Mm-hmm.
that fit within 5 feet cube away from you.
Yeah. They got a 16 though on the save.
Yeah, but the saving throw is for one of the 3 things.
Which is the pushing component.
Yeah.
If you're using it
I'm not
on a
sure. It's
creature,
not.
they make a save. And then they
Okay.
either pass that save and don't move or fail and then get shoved away.
Okay.
If it was
In
an
which case,
object, that'd be
they
different.
succeed. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, these bees are clinging on to Amador, not letting go. This is their queen after all. Anything else?
But
Nope.
they don't know where their
No.
queen is.
You technically can action surge and do it again, but if you want to hold that, that's fine as well.
It's fine.
What
Okay.
happens if you unsheath Snicker Snack again?
It
Or your
unleashes
Astrock?
gust.
The exact same thing.
Yep, but they get to
You
do
can
an attack on top of that. Yeah. Great. I don't think they want to hurt the bees. So Junipers go.
I have a suggestion for Juniper, which is that she pulls Amador and then she just uses her floof to, like, just on top of him, just
Sit an Amador.
put Amador under the Juniper.
Okay.
And just like close up like loaf, like cat loaf, to where Amador is like under her in the middle.
Cat loaf. Sure. I
the
think
Juniper wall.
I think Amador is probably willing to be moved away. But then I'm gonna roll a strength check for Juniper. Because after that, I'm not sure Amador wants to be squashed.
No. I don't think she's trying to squish him.
Yeah, but that's how
I
Amador
think
sees
she's
it. It's Amador wants to fight. Nonetheless, they want to prove their love, and they seem to be quite honorable. And then suddenly they are encapsulated by feathers. and you can still see a little bit of their vine like sticking out, trying to wriggle free. But Amador is firmly cozied up. And if they want to get to Amador, they got to get through Juniper. Mudlumps go.
He has to understand
What?
this turn. Yeah.
What
Man!
the fuck? What was that?
That was man.
He's gotta understand.
He's gotta
Oh my
understand.
God.
Oh.
He just got
Oh my
fucking
God.
electric company
Holy
private
shit.
broadcast like TV show. What?
Oh, that animation that popped up
Oh.
caught me off guard so much.
It's like the
Oh,
old
God.
Microsoft PowerPoint.
Yeah.
It was. It was word
He has
power
to
or
spend his
something.
turn understanding.
Clip art. That's it. It's clip art. Oh my God.
art.
So I guess they stand. They kind of scratch their head for a moment. They probably have to take off their hat to do that. But still, they are so confused because they don't quite yet know what they're trying to understand here. All they've been told is understand, but they're in their head they're like, understand what exactly? So God knows what it even means. I think all they'll do is, I mean, they can't even tell what's going on. Understand what? They're not going to waste their turn. They're going to still do something, and that is they're going to get their beehive like great club, and they're going to summon more swarms. So 2 more of these swarms come surging out. I'm going to roll them onto initiative. And that'll be their go. Other than that, they are still trying to figure out what they're trying to understand. Mudlump's just scratching his head and going,
Mudlump do Karanai.
So he's trying to understand throughout this turn, this next round.
That's it, Garreth. Your turn.
Is this a circle that I placed on the ground? Would that also target Mudlup? Or do we need to move more to the side?
Yeah, it would hit him. Yeah.
From fuck! I will.
But you can't place a circle like that. It has to be on a point.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna.
It has to be on a point like this. A point is an intersection of lines.
Oh, an
no,
intersection
that's
of lines.
yeah, that's correct. There you go. So that'll hit him and a
As
swarm.
in the corner of.
The corner. Yep.
The corner. Okay. Okay, that's one. Yeah. Okay. No. That won't hit him. That will hit every one of us. Okay, I'm gonna place it there. Okay.
You can hit Vaike too with it. He's built for it.
Yeah. No. The thing with Vaike too.
A lot of things don't even affect Vaike
This also
'cause
works.
he's an
It doesn't
object.
matter.
Yeah, he's an object.
Weirdly, he can survive a fireball.
Yeah, he's been objectified.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that though. He's a real boy.
Oh, is this the old sleep?
It might be the old sleep.
Possibly. Wisdom saves. No, it's all right. That's the same. That's the correct one. All right, so 2 creatures getting wisdom saves here.
Unless there's a creature I don't know of. But yes.
You could go to the left if you wanted to, but
Okay.
Oh. You mean this?
Yeah, there. Technically works, yeah. Alright. You doing that then?
Can I still do that?
Yeah, I'll just roll 2 saves for the wasps. I mean, bees. Totally bees. Looks like they're all going to be very drowsy this turn.
Everyone is asleep. Or
Does it
oh,
make
yeah, it needs 2
them...
turns.
it takes 2 turns for full sleep.
I think it does, yeah, unless they...
I believe it gives them a condition first turn that is still essentially they're out of the running for the turn, but they have to
They're
fail 2 saves to become
incapacitated.
fully conscious.
First round incapacitated.
That's what I thought, yeah. Okay, so these bees seem to be getting real drowsy.
Yeah.
They sort of... They go to the floor. Mudlump seems to start to lean his weight on his staff, and his one singular eye kind of goes half closed. And you can actually hear him sort of going,
Mudlump. Sleep.
okay. It's a swarm of bees here. These ones, they can't go for Amador anymore, but they are going to go for the imposter. So I'm going to have them try to go over to
Jack
Jack.
still has his turn. Jack still has his turn.
Okay, well, Jack sees a swarm coming after him.
Hides in the mushroom.
Gone.
Coward! Coward! Imposter is running away!
They oh okay, they'll go for you then, Garreth. That's where you're closest.
Give
Sure.
us back! They
Mhm.
must face punishment! High
Come on.
treason!
Oh no. They don't get you. They seem to be overwhelmed by the smells that
Yeah.
are just all over you.
They're like, wait, this guy's house smells kind of good.
Alright, so Gloltic. What am I doing here?
He's incapacitated as a note, which I believe goes away if you attack him. So
Alright, Goltic is running up.
attacking him will take away his incapacitated, I believe, and make him
Yeah.
not sleep.
Oh,
So
are
that
we
is a
not?
thing.
Are we attacking the bees? I thought we were trying to kill him.
No, I'm
and
just
then-
I'm saying that he's about to get sleeped if he fails another wisdom save. If he gets hit right now, he'll be like fully
Oh,
awake
so we
again.
can't hit him.
Mm-hmm.
But we also can't hit the bees.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's up
Goltic
to
will
you,
hold
man.
his action.
Okay.
Yeah, Goltic
What's a
will
fighter
hold his
to
action.
do?
I know.
What's
What?
a fighter to do?
Can't hit this, can't
I
hit
know.
that.
Yeah, Goltic will
Guy's
just hold his
been-
action to hit him, but he's also gonna go next to Bird, so that way he can use his shielding ability, his protection ability, if need be.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
You
Alright.
see, Goltic is kind of standing in front of you, Bird, with his shield up, at
Yeah.
the bees swarm trying to protect you.
Well, the bees are all around.
Wait.
I'm gonna start playing a song about Amador and Polynella and how they've fallen in love and how like it's like literally just telling their story as they had implied it before. And it's like at the bee, like I'm doing it at the bee to communicate with them. I speak with animals up. I can also dance with at the same time to make sure I'm communicating properly. And how this is a story of love and
You can make
like
me a
this is a story of like
make me a performance check.
that they're trying to take away that.
Hmm. The bees are digging it seems. Mudlump here has fallen slowly asleep, but the two swarms around Garreth and yourself, They seem to be kind of into the song. You can see them like wiggling their butts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm trying to make it clear that's what we're communicating. Even with Mudlump, half incapacitated, it's still I'm playing music.
Regarding
The jams.
sleep,
Yeah.
I'm rereading the OneNote. Chris has updated it. They become unconscious when they fail their initial save.
Oh.
And they get a second save at the end of their turn to wake up. And if they fail that, they stay asleep.
Honk shoe.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Really though, kind of the same thing. Honestly, incapacitated. They don't do anything this turn, regardless. So I'm just. It's still the same, pretty much outcome. They fall asleep.
Mhm.
These bees are.
Playing music,
time.
honk me.
Amador's still trying to wriggle their way free. Ulric, do you want to do anything? These guys are going out for the count. These poor bees.
Honk me.
You know, because we're not hitting the bees, or I don't want to hit the bees. I can't really like actively like do. I can't really.
You can play your
do
fiddle
much.
with me.
You know,
You could just give me the help action in my next performance.
You know, yeah, I will. I'll put away my axe and I'll whip out my viol.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Then give me a performance check.
Ooh, I haven't done one of those in a little bit.
Man. Oh god.
All right, you know, I'm gonna. It's what I get for trying to do too much. You know,
It's
Your
because you're
VO.
raging.
Yeah, you
Stay in your lane,
I'm really angry. I'm like gripping this thing really tightly.
Stay in your
You
lane.
didn't calm yourself first, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
pluck
can
the
give you
strings,
bardic if you want, but
and the sound that's being played seems to be the exact pitch and tone of like an enemy wasp horde. It's just like ding, and it just seems to set all the bees off. They're just they don't seem to be impressed at all.
I'll have to play over you. It's fine.
Vaike.
What's a fighter supposed to do when I can't
sorry,
hit
man.
this guy? Jeez.
You mean bees?
Guess I'll keep both these swarms of bees.
BRBs.
Okay.
Can I just, where's his club?
Oh yeah, you could pick up his.
Yeah,
he sort of like leant on it as a way to support his enormous weight as he's slowly kind of falling asleep and passing out. You know, he's like holding onto it like a drunk guy holding onto a lamppost. If you take that away from me, you probably just fall onto the ground, dump, asleep.
He would fall asleep. He wouldn't wake up.
We haven't seen his wisdom save yet, but he's very likely to just clonk out. Yeah.
You could just be ready to catch it so the hive doesn't.
Oh, okay, but me taking the club from him wouldn't wake him up.
No. You can disarm him if you want.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll take the club. Oh yeah, I'll disarm his club.
Yeah, okay.
Just make
so,
sure the hive doesn't smash against the ground. Yeah.
So just make me an attack roll. Don't target him, just attack roll with your cestus. I think you can just and he's incapacitated, right? So
Uh-oh.
technically
go
it's
for it.
advantage.
Oh, it has advantage? Oh, cool. I just rolled a
Yeah, he's incapacitated, right? So yeah,
Hey!
there you go. I think you do get this
Yeah.
club. It's this immense grip around it, and the thing is unwieldy and heavy, but you kind of manage to like twist it out of his grip, pull, and it sort of wobbles. It's so top heavy with the hive, but you kind of hold onto it just barely, and yeah, you see Mudlump kind of mud slump down to the ground. Where I'll make his last
No,
save
no,
in a
not the
minute.
schlump.
And then can I just inspect the club for anything? Just the last thing on my turn.
Yeah, I guess it's got a it's got a great old big old hive on it. It doesn't seem to be otherwise magical. Maybe it just seems like a big old crooked club. It's what you saw in the art. So it looks like this.
The beehive on it. It doesn't seem to.
It doesn't seem to what?
You could gingerly set the hive down on the ground.
There's nothing like I don't look. There's no like symbols or runes or anything.
No,
Right?
no, not really.
All right. I'll just hold on to it.
Okay. You just hold it. Okay. Another some of bees here are a little bit a little bit grooving. They're just into the music, but then they seem to still understand what you're saying, Baird, and as you're spinning this sort of love tale, they are kind of questioning love, we don't engage in love. Bees all serve one queen. We need our queen.
A queen who loves.
We are lost without our queen. We love our queen.
Then why are you attacking one that also loves her?
They seem to pause for a moment, pausing long enough that I'm gonna say, "Let's they go." But Notus, it's your turn. I'm just gonna roll one more save for Mudlump in a minute. But did you want to do anything, Notus?
I'm assuming that their bed is trying to convince the bees with
It is
his
seemingly.
dancing and music.
Mhm.
I'm
At
just
least-
gonna have my crossbow ready in case Mudlump gets up and starts to wreak havoc.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's see what we get then. Ooh.
Eek.
Hold up. Garreth, what's your DC? I think they may have just made it.
My DC is not 17. That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
They made it.
Dang, alright. I assume Juniper's just hiding back there. But yeah, Mudlump is just about to fall onto the floor. And you can see they've got no
It's
staff.
the end of the turn that he wakes up.
The end of the turn, yeah. Okay. In
Yeah.
that case, then they
At the
can
end of the
lean
turn.
forward, and you may have supported the beehive, and you've made sure that doesn't like crash and break. But you see Mudlump's top heavy as well, and his head kind of just boom, whacks into the floor, and it kind of suddenly wakes him up. And he's like, "Arr, arr." He shakes his head, looking around. and sees you you've got his club, right? And he's just suddenly infuriated and just roars once again. This guy's probably going to need to have his lights actually knocked out rather than rather than a spell.
Them.
All right, Garreth, your turn.
I'm gonna get my flutes. Rinse.
We're gonna try and sleep him again.
Repeats. Take
Oh.
another uses of sleep.
Oh, no.
Back to bed.
God damn it, man. No, not one.
What, love? No. Shame. No.
Damn it, man. He's back down
It's like
again.
he woke up in the middle of his nap.
Yeah. He's like, all right. Jesus.
I'm
Lord.
gonna sit down and I'm gonna take my book and I'm gonna try to see if I can get comprehend language working for when he actually wakes up.
Literally, he's gonna wake up and we're gonna make tea. Like he's gonna wake up to like tea with all the bees sipping tea.
Mhm.
Like what?
I'm sure this swarm is getting wise to your tricks here at this point. You're concentrating on the sleep, aren't you? Yeah. So I think the only
Sure.
chance they've got is just sort of try and bite you a little bit. Maybe they'll hit. Yeah, that's a hit. All right, Garreth, roll me a concentration check.
How does that thing work again?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't
does
there
what
this
thing?
reaction I could take to become a toy?
He's gonna become
can.
small.
But I think that increases your AC to that number. I don't know if was it written out.
Oh,
Just
it
shrink
becomes
away.
20. Fuck.
I
Never
thought so.
mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So they
Yeah,
would still
shrink
hit
away.
you. Okay. Well,
I have
do
a
you
bardic
make
in
me
the can. I have a bardic in the can. I've been waiting to use. If you need it for your concentration.
concentrate? Gonna need it.
I'll give it to you, bardic.
All right, that'll do it.
Doesn't matter what I roll, but
No, it doesn't. A quick strum, and a moment later, you focus back. Hearing that melody is so reminiscent. All right, then Sir Gloltic, he says, "We still got one hostile swarm on the go here." Want me to try and do anything about it?
Oh.
I should have used my defender on you, Garreth.
think
I'll get
it'll
next to
be
you
okay.
here.
Don't.
Garreth, if you stay there, because
Yeah.
Gloltic will come to you.
Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, he.
Okay. Good.
Okay, yeah. And I'll continue playing.
Okay.
To get all the bees to understand.
get
And
all the bees. All right.
Yep.
This one you can probably give me a performance check with oh, you got 17. I was going to say with disadvantage because these ones do seem to still be hostile against Garreth, but nonetheless.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's still a 17.
Garreth
What
can
do you
give
say
me
to
a
the-
guidance if he wants to. I'm within 10 feet as well. I look at them with my heart open and just go, imagine what it feels like to be taken away from those that you love. I hold out my hand, like trying to make that connection with my audience.
Okay.
With the
That's
knowledge
obvious.
of someone who's had that happen to them constantly.
Okay. All right. They do seem to pause, but still, we'll get to the bottom of this combat real quick. Ulric, anything else before I roll another mud lump save?
No,
tricky.
I'll just hold my action if he is hostile
Yeah.
towards us. I guess then I'll just hold my action to hit him. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay. All right, Vaike. Same with you, I guess.
Yeah, I'll hold on to the club, and I'll
Okay.
hold my action to beat him up. If he doesn't go
All
to
right.
bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then Notus, he's holding your crossbow still.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh my god! Did
Why?
I roll it?
Oh my
So it's 15. Is that enough,
goodness.
Garreth?
That is a success.
Okay. All right.
The DC is 14.
In that case, Ulric, Notus, lay into him because he is not going to sleep.
No. Mud lamp. Ah. Koktara titta.
Advantage,
They would all be at advantage, yeah.
except for Notus.
Except for Notus.
Oh, jeez, another crit.
Yeah.
Money. That's 17 gold.
Yes, money.
God, he's up to 50 gold, guys.
Topple!
That's more than.
He's brought again!
Yeah.
Oh, dude. You're putting him in bed at this point. Oh, Lord. Nice. You want to take your shot? Oh, God, it's a miss. Damn it. I'm imagining your
Too far
crossbow
away.
bolt.
He keeps moving.
But it sails over his head as he falls backwards.
You're trying not to hit a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you topple him down
Okay.
and my arrow misses.
Oh.
Garreth, it's your turn.
Okay.
All these other bees have calmed down.
I am. Can I Misty Step on him?
Okay. I mean, yeah,
Excuse me?
yeah, just to disrespect him.
Yes. Mm. Nah, I'm gonna move next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take out my. What's it called? A tooth. And I put it somewhere in his pocket so I can talk to him.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still can't understand him, but now he can understand us.
If
Oh
you
wait,
can
he's
understand,
awake. Fuck.
He is awake.
yeah. Well, if you can understand
You can still hand him the tooth.
I can give him the tooth. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he's able to understand you, then when you cast comprehend languages, you'll
Okay.
understand him, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I want him to sleep. So we can talk. Okay. I give him the tooth and I'll say, hey, we don't want to fight you. We want to talk. But we can't
thought-
understand each other, so give me some time. No. Wait a bit.
Wait a bit, not give me some time.
Mm,
Not give you some. Not give us some.
Okay.
Well, he can give us time. Just wait.
give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Uh. Persuasion.
Yeah. All right. So it doesn't. He looks like he's shouting and flailing around, mostly to try and keep himself awake. But a part of that is it's kind of like knocking you around, not
Bird?
listening to you. Gloltic,
Yes, Gareth.
Inspiration?
I can't give it right now. I'm out. I had to save
Oh,
lives
fuck.
before.
Yeah,
Alright,
true.
Gloltic.
Yeah, no, then guidance wouldn't help at all.
Goltic's turn.
Yep, Gloltic.
All right. We're not trying to save him anymore, right? We're just
We were not trying
knocking
to
him out?
kill him, just non-lethal him. Just knock him out.
Non-lethal isn't in Goltic's vocabulary, unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
he was never trained in non-lethal.
Yes, it is. He's non-lethal before.
Nope. Goltic is a cold-blooded.
He's the least lethal here.
Look into his eyes and tell me he's not a murderer.
That man is not a killer. I think that any lethal damage was. I think it's the opposite for him. I think he deals non-lethal until we tell him to deal lethal.
You know how we
Not
deal
Michael.
with tyrants and downfall.
Exactly.
Oh my
We
God.
send them on a
Look,
journey
I'm
to
just saying, I'm
self-recover.
pretty sure we gotta kill this guy, and then we make the flower the new like king of the bees. This guy's a tyrant.
Why are
He's
you
literally-
contemplating murder? We don't need to kill him.
We
Viva
don't
la
I'm pretty sure
revolution.
we do. I'm pretty sure we do. Exactly. Goltic,
We
get the
did-
guillotine ready.
Why
Okay.
kill him?
Hey,
What?
we didn't have to kill Golub. Why do we have to kill this one?
Oh god.
I don't know.
All right. Let's have a
Case by case basis. It's not black and white.
bear. Do you want to do
Does he
anything?
get out?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do
Yes.
something sneaky.
I was just gonna command him to command him to listen.
Yes. Oh my god, Amador's gonna get the last hit. Oh my god, that's hilarious, you guys.
But
Oh,
Yeah, Amador slips out from underneath Juniper, rushes in, and they are going to non-lethally pommel strike them in the forehead because they're on the ground,
oh.
and it's enough to suddenly have their
Bonk.
singular eye roll into the back of their head and knocks them unconscious.
Can
Okay.
we not see when they're bloodied anymore?
You
Would you
well,
both show us
actually,
the bloodied?
it's a it's a setting I've turned on for the other games, but I need to set it on this one. But yeah, there is an icon on my screen, but you can't see
This
it.
whole entire time, Chris,
You thought he was on
I
Mm.
thought, I was like, dude, me and Ulric that first turn did 100 damage, and I was like, he's still not bloodied.
Yeah, and then I crit again and he still wasn't bloodied, and we were just like, what? What? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah,
Why does
he
he have
actually
400
wasn't
hit
bloodied
Yeah.
after those two
Why
crits.
does
I'll be
mud
honest.
lump?
Mordlom. Okay, that'll
Oh
end
my
the combat.
God. Oh.
Lord.
Bert will
The
sit
bees-
down, and if you would like to, yeah.
They're intently listening to your song,
The
but they
bees.
seem to be the bees.
Yeah, I'll play the song, and yep.
Yeah.
Should we set up tea for when he wakes up?
I'm reading. I got this story about this big tower that people are building, and then all of a sudden they couldn't understand each other anymore.
We don't want to talk about
And
that one.
then-
That one leads to a lot of bad stuff.
And then eventually, after some guy died, and then he wasn't dead anymore, people could understand each other again.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
I don't like that one.
Aw.
Look, I think we should just kill this guy.
Why are we...
Look, what is he? Look, let's just instate.
We
let's
don't
make-
know!
He's a tyrant, right? They said he was a tyrant.
Polynella?
That's
Let's
what
just-
a lot of people
Polynella-
say about other people.
Why don't we make Polynella? Polynella doesn't want to lead these bees. Why don't we just kill him? And that way
Why-
the bees don't gotta listen to the tyrant. And the
Why?
bees can-
We don't know what... Polynella, were you being, like, literal? Or were you being... exaggeratory? Or are you exaggerating for the sake of us wanting to help you?
Okay. So if you're calling out to Polynella, they do emerge with Gleam. They're sort of like holding them safely. The swarms of bees that are still awake suddenly start whooshing over there, and Gleam's like,
They're fine. Don't worry. They're fine.
I've got your queen. Look,
They're not gonna hurt
she's
you."
safe. She's unharmed. And you can see Gleam kind of flinching, waiting for like the worst, but the swarm simply surrounds Polynella, and in joyous like harmony, in like a hive mind like voice, they say,
Our queen, yes, our queen, you're safe, you're safe. We came all this way
They
to
thought
find
you
you.
were... They thought you were hurt, Polynella. They thought that you were...
We thought you were
in danger.
kidnapped.
Polynella says, No, of course not. I was escaping with Amador. They were like,
That rogue stole our queen. We need to return to the hive.
Polynella says, No, I want to be free. I don't want to be in the hive anymore. The giant just steals all our honey, our hard-earned work.
But we make more
I'm
honey.
saying, kill him.
More honey.
Like, and then they take it.
Do you want us to take your hive somewhere else, Polynella?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I could just run away from my responsibilities. But it seems they've always caught up to me. I knew I knew our love couldn't last forever. Seems the world
That's not
is...
true.
Hmm? The world
Why
keeps
can't
pulling me
Amador-
away.
Amador, do you
Amador.
dislike the idea of your queen caring about the people in their life?
Amador is standing triumphantly on top of Mudlump's head, as though they were the ones that did all the work and vanquished him. It's strange because Amador
I mean-
seems to be looking at Polynella and then back at the hive. It seems like there's complications, but Amador doesn't
It doesn't?
doesn't deny your idea.
The bird. Bird, what are they saying? I can't speak to bees.
Polynella is thought that her responsibilities would go away if she just left. But it seems like they are a part of her life, and she doesn't know what to do.
Like, she should do whatever she wants to do. She shouldn't be bound by just because she was born a queen. They can just find a new queen. That's how bees work,
Yes.
right? They like, make a new queen.
That's true.
you can make a new queen. See? You don't have to worry. A new queen can take my place. The bees like,
And we know some bees
oh,
in Hither,
yeah.
Mm-mm.
a friendly hive as well. You guys may be able to get along there. I'm sure they could use an extra set of hands. Well, many hands.
Oh,
If you all approach them with a desire to help, hives can live close together as long as everyone is in agreement with each other.
oh. The bees think this over. You guys can give me a persuasion check with advantage, since Vaike chipped in and mentioned the idea of a different queen, like two queen. You can actually, beehives can have like many queens actually at once, but
Yep.
usually there's just the big.
24.
Oh, okay.
24,
say-
which is really funny because that's 3 8s.
All right. Well, they say
I rolled two
All right.
14s. I will point this out. This was a guaranteed 24.
we will accept your declaration of resignment, and a new queen will rise in their place. And they shall be beautiful and terrifying. A dark queen to rule yon.
It seems like we're losing the plot here.
What are they saying?
They're saying something about a
One
dark
bee
queen
to
as
rule them all.
beautiful and radiant as the dawn.
Are they threatening to take over Zybona's domain?
No.
See that Vaike is gonna crack his
No,
knuckles?
no. That's not what they're...
Just a little bit of
I
it.
think that just a little bit of bee tyranny. Just
Well, tell these guys that they can hit the road.
Once
the
we-
Cyclops stays.
once we open the mists, the castle, there might be something we could do. There's many places you could go.
Oh. The bees
Don't castles
will
usually have
ad-
menageries or gardens? Usually,
the bees start to go. Though the Cyclops does steal all our honey, we will admit that without them, we probably wouldn't have a hive, because there's not many flowers around here, and they're the only thing that's really given us a home.
I see.
Oh,
Then
there's big
So
we'll have to
we
speak.
need to do some
mushrooms.
gardening.
Then we'll have to speak to him when he wakes, and not kill him while he's asleep. Vaike.
You see that like Vaike and Goldtick are like getting ready to chop his head off. Okay.
Wait, and
But
yes,
yes.
no,
So,
no.
do you want to?
It's gonna
stay
stay.
with
It's complicated, but I think we should talk it out. Yes, talking is good. We communicate lots as a colony.
I mean, sure. With your all support, he may be willing to listen to us.
Okay. After a while, if you wish to wait for the Cyclops to stir and wake up, you can.
Yeah,
And
we wake. He wakes up, and we've like set out like tea. Like,
Okay.
all the bees
Alright.
get little cups.
Did you want to? You've cast comprehend languages at this point, so you understand what they're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. Yeah. So he will awaken, and the first thing he says when he does so. He kind of leans up, rubbing his head as if he's been like severely concussed, and then says,
Would you like a
Ooh.
glass of tea?
No, no more drink. Mudlump drank too much honey mead. Wait,
Oh, he was drunk,
where am
man.
I?
Yawn?
This isn't my home.
Oh no,
Oh
are you
no.
lost?
I think Mudlump may have taken wrong turn. Or drank too much. One of the two. Wait a minute. No, I remember you. You're all I dreamt about.
Oh,
Mudlum
was it
had
good dreams?
dream. Oh, it was strange. No, it was constantly interrupted by getting hit in the head. Why does my throat hurt?
Here.
Uh,
Have
There was
something
something
to
about
drink.
a
That will help you.
revolution.
What?
No, don't worry.
We were speaking to your bees because there was a recent development.
My bees. Oh, yes. Mudlump was following bees. We were tracking the queen. They must have got away and. Wait. There she is.
Yes, she fell in love with the good Sir Knight over here, and she wanted
Love?
to.
This strange word Mudlump not understand. What is love?
A deep affection you hold for other people, especially ones that you never want to go away.
There was lots of long words. Affection.
They make you happy.
So when two people like each other very, very much, then it's going to start to hurt when they're too far away from each other.
Honey mead make Mudlump happy. Does Mudlump
good.
love mead?
In a
Does
way.
it hurt when you don't have honey meat?
Doesn't feel like mead loves Mudlump.
Did you talk to meat?
Mm,
Make a connection?
no, mead doesn't talk much.
Maybe you should give meat gifts.
Meat is for eating.
Maybe they're
Does this
maybe
mean
they're shy.
Does this mean they are going to eat each other?
No,
No,
Mm,
it means
they
they
want to be with each other.
inside
when
each other's belly.
no, when the queen left, how did you feel?
Oh,
Were you worried?
worried, yes. Worried Mudlump would not get more mead.
Well, it's sort of like that. But instead of being worried you won't get something else, it's worried you won't get to see them again.
All the while they're kind of like trying to understand this concept. I guess You can give me a persuasion check again. Let's see how that goes.
Which one?
You can roll it this time, Garreth, if you want.
Oh no.
It'd probably be an advantage because I'm helping, but
Persuasion.
It's not so much. Yeah, it seems to be more like they're trying to understand, not that it's not working. But it looks like you're kind of getting through to
I
them
can
with
succeed.
the simple concepts like missing something and being happy. These kind of positive emotions seem to be things they can relate to and understand. And they're starting to get the idea of what love truly is. But it's obviously going to take a while for them to sort of fully grasp it. But it's slowly sinking in, you can tell. Though they after they're drinking their tea, by the way, they kind of finish it and put it down, actually fairly delicately. Like they're not
Aw,
they're not like
he's a gentleman.
hard-handed after
They're not-
all.
they're not brutish.
No, not at all.
Simple, not brutish.
Mudlump must reciprocate. That's only long word Mudlump knows here. Follow.
Hospitality?
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll follow him. I will help the sleeping bees get back into the hive as well.
Oh yeah. They just spend like an hour picking up bees and putting them into the into the hive. Vaike,
Gingerly.
do you give them back their greats club at any point?
Yeah, if we've come to an understanding, I don't understand this conversation that's happening. So if
It's true, I
Don't you
guess.
my
know
friends
speak
tell me
giant?
that
Oh,
Listen,
that's the turn. That's the command.
listen.
The
Listen.
command finally worked.
Fuck's sake. God damn it. Oh, dude.
Yeah, if my
I
friends
can
tell me
type. I will
everything's
point out, I can type anything into that.
That's great.
if my friends tell me everything's cool, I will give him back his club.
Okay. All right. Mudlump uses it
Mhm.
to lead the way then, and I'll take you to Mudlump's home. Yeah, here we go. There's a quaint little outcropping of beehives and bee nests. You can smell the sweet honey on the wind, and this might be the only place in all of Yon that seems to have blooming flowers that haven't been struck down by lightning. Though it is actually quite well defended as well. You can see these what are they called? They're basically wooden barricades. They've got an actual name. I think they're called a stop or something, or a damn, I learned it the other day. It's like a halt or something.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that makes sense.
The
Poor that guy.
Oh god, yeah, there's some pretty grim sights. Maybe these were attackers that tried to steal his honey. Mudlump didn't take kindly to them. And sure enough, the bees have been living.
They didn't follow
in a-
hospitality. You approach the
Right,
front door
exactly.
nicely, you'll be fine.
But it does look like these bees have been living the life. The only place where they can get flowers, and they're well defended. There's several hives, and yeah, a whole bunch of bees are just happily buzzing around. Mudlump leads you inside into a cozy interior where there's a crackling fire. They start putting on their own kettle, boiling some tea for you. Yeah, and inside you can see a quaint little hovel where they've got all the creature comforts. There's a set of stairs that lead up to a second floor. But Mudlump welcomes you in. He says,
Sorry, Mudlump not have smaller chairs.
I'll sit on the edge of the table and I'll just play my lute.
Yeah, sit on table. That way you at Mudlump's eye height.
Okay.
So he says after he's kind of sat you all down and made you some kind of sweet, like honey tea. Probably offers some mead as well to anyone.
If you want something stronger, Mudlump has mead.
Ooh.
I'll take one.
Here you go. So, tell me more about this love. Mudlump wants to learn all about it.
Oh,
I just
isn't there
realized
this nice old lady in Hither? The Baroness?
The Baroness. Are you? Are wait a minute. Are you about the matchmaker?
I just
Why
realized
not?
I still can't talk to him.
Baird will sit down and Baird will start singing a song about an encounter they had before we came back to the carnival about someone they love that isn't in the Junipers. They it would appear to be a lizard folk by the description Baird sings.
A lizard folk? Oh. This is news to everyone, I think.
We met a lizard folk.
No, we
No.
didn't.
Are you describing them?
Yeah, I'm singing a sort of a melody about someone that, though the meeting was short, it's someone that they seem to love and care about deeply, despite only really getting a single moment with them before it was over. It's sort of it's as bittersweet as everything Bear tends to sing whenever they are their own subject matter.
I seem to listen intently to the song, nodding away. And you can see that, notice their emotions are slowly beginning to go from this confusion to sort of an understanding, but they have yet to actually experience this emotion, love. They're sort of, I guess, dancing around the outskirts of it, trying to figure out what it is. But yeah, it's like the color is there, and then it sort of fades away. It's like they just can't grasp it. But after kind of this inspiring little song, they do seem to be resolved. And they say,
Mudlump would like to be in love too. Perhaps you find Mudlump's true love, and Mudlump will let you take Pollinella and more mead. No hard feelings.
We could look, as Garreth was saying, we know a ogress by the name of the Baroness in Hither,
seem to-
but we'd have
I
to
seem to
open the
nod.
way. She seemed like she was quite fond of strapping men like our Ulric
man.
here.
That's true, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, her! Oh my God! Oh, yeah.
But she has a hut of her own in Hither,
Mm.
and there's another beekeeper's hut there as well that used to be owned by some elves that have gone missing. We've seen hide nor hair of them. But if you were to choose to go to Hither once we clear the mists, it may be a good option if you wanted to see if she would be interested in you as well. She seemed quite to like getting together with her friends. And I'm sure that if you spoke to her, she would find your stature quite attractive.
You must teach me how to woo this Baroness. I have
Like cooking.
small instrument, like you found it.
Oh?
Ex-
Yeah, he opens up opens up a bunch of loose stones in his home, and you see inside of it is a lyre of exquisite quality for a lyre. It's very tiny in his hands, but nonetheless he tries to pluck the strings. It's completely out of tune.
I will reach out and go, I'm not trained in it, but I could definitely make sure all these strings are in the correct order.
Yeah, I think if anyone could do it, it's probably Ulric, because you play the viol, right? It's kind of a string instrument, which is similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You could.
Me and
you
Ulric
could
can both
probably do it.
help.
Yeah, we could mash our brains together.
Yeah. All right, who's got the brain cell? Yeah, you could. I'm gonna say, give me it'll be a performance check with advantage. Ulric, I'm gonna let you roll it because you're the one who
Because
knows how
making me
to
roll
keep
it.
it in
What?
tune. Performance.
Performance with advantage. That's
Mhm.
easy. Woo!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you managed to tune the lyre, and it sounds way better now. He's gonna take a lot of time to get used to practicing with it, but you can give him the basics, and it's easy to strum a quiet and it's easy to strum like a pleasant tune. It's just the words that are gonna matter, and however he wants to try and woo them, but.
Can I try to use a piece of wood to give him like a little pick so that he doesn't have as much trouble with his thumb, like finger size, so that he could strum it a little better?
Yeah, you could. That works. Modlump appreciates it, and he looks around the rest of the room for something that maybe he could offer in return. He's got more mead. You could always have. Or there's more. There's honey as
How
well. that
strong
Modlump
was this
offers.
mead?
Mudlump makes only strongest mead.
For giants.
How does this? How is this one cup got Vaike feeling?
Oh no.
I think you could give me a con save and see how you are feeling.
Hope we don't have anything else to do today. We're fine.
Oh god, Garreth took some too. Garreth's feeling a little bit woozy. It's the sweetness that's deceiving because you don't realize just how drunk you're getting. It's just so sweet and sugary with that honey in there. It just also kind of lines your throat with this smooth texture. And yeah, Gareth definitely like kind of getting more and more tipsy, nearly falls off the edge of the table. But you're doing okay, Vaike. You can handle it. It is delicious though. Homemade.
Can I get this? Can I get like a water skin, a travel container of this?
A little to-go cup.
Yeah, can I get
Yeah,
a to-go cup of
absolutely.
this?
Yeah.
All right.
To them, a little cup is nothing. Well, to them, like a tankard of mead for you is like barrels worth. So yeah, when they give you something for the road, it's like a whole keg.
Oh
And
my
for them,
god!
that's like a shot glass.
Oh my god.
To be fair, we have like animals who can carry like tankards.
That's not what I was thinking. We're setting up a tap in the mushroom.
Oh my god!
Actually,
Yes.
Wait, that's cool. Okay.
Baird will actually say, actually, if you wanted to get some practice meeting people,
Meeting.
you could meeting. Yep.
Meeting.
You could come. We're setting up a carnival, and we need someone to
The beverages.
drinks,
He's like the bartender.
and they would give you some practice speaking to people, learning.
Yeah, Gareth is having to translate this right to them.
Yeah.
With this,
Oh, no, I
unfortunately,
can't
when they when they get
And now he's drunk.
now he's drunk. The words become slurred and a little bit lost in communication. But I think I think he gets the picture.
Invite drinks, people. Mudlum usually likes to be alone, but carnival sounds fun. Can bring bees?
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're on their best behavior. Behavior.
Alright, so yeah, they seem to be
How would
into
the
it.
bees feel about being part of the performance?
Oh my god, you wanna?
Flight of
Are you thinking like?
Bumblebee.
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Well, no, my
Like
initial
a-
thought was obviously we're going to have a monster. Rather than using real fire effects, you could like
Wow.
A little
put, like
dab
red
of like
glitter on
glowing.
them and make them like the fire, so that
Oh,
they
yeah.
could fly around and be like all amazing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like a little piece of like a little like glowing dot of like mushroom on each bee.
Mudlum hasn't trained bees to be a flea circus, but maybe they can get their act together. They need a new queen, though.
It could be how they decide who gets to be the new queen. A little contest amongst themselves.
Who puts on best performance will be crowned queen.
The bees seem to dig this idea.
That sounds like an
We're gonna
enjoyable
have the
time.
bees pretend to be fireflies.
Yeah, you can. Like Notus said, you can have the little bees either have glitter on them, fluttering around. You could even like put little streamers or strings, like colored strings on them. I don't know. That's up to you. But yeah,
Aw,
you could have the
Supposed
bees.
to act like fire and effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, we have
bees,
VFX.
those
We have special
Yeah.
effects.
Yeah, but it's like when people have like the drones and they make like images with the drones. That's what we have with the bees.
Yes.
Yeah, we can
We're-
make images with our drones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, cast fairy fire on them. That would look.
Yeah,
baller.
yeah, absolutely
there you
sick.
go.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Uh,
Sounds like you got a deal.
So
They will
we're
happily
all-
come
we're
to
all
the
good?
carnival.
We're
Yeah,
we're
Mudlump
gonna
still
think of-
wants to find his true love, and you guys have kind of proposed the idea, but I guess, yeah, I guess that's something to be on.
I mean, if we
Unfolded
get the
sometime.
invitation to, like,
Yeah.
what reason we're going to the windmill is
Yeah.
we're trying to get invitations across Yon,
We gotta
Yeah.
get his girlfriend.
across all of Prismere. That means that the Baroness can come to the carnival and meet Mudlump.
True. If you get rid of the mists, then it's possible. Hmm.
And that's why we just got the dandelion to help us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In that case, yeah. And speaking of which, Amador has been a little bit in the corner this whole time with Pollinella. They're kind of just having their own quality time finally, now that they're not on the run. And I don't know how to do this. Let's see. Ignore me for a moment.
Why does everyone we meet turn out to be such wonderful people?
And we met
Because
some
there are a
unsavory
lot of
people.
wonderful people.
What?
Hmm.
The Junipers just bring out the best in everyone.
Is that our power?
Yes.
Yes.
We are that wholesome as a group.
I like it. I mean, who could say no to this face? And I'll point at Jack.
Jack is still in the room.
Oh yeah.
Just still in the room.
Jack's in the marsh room.
He's like, it's taking him a long time to come get me. It must be a
Man,
really
they
bad
must
fight.
they must all be dead. Oh my god, they're
It's weird. Yeah, they're all they're all dead.
I'm the last
There-
Juniper. I have to save everybody.
I guess I have to fight the hags on my own.
The only way.
Oh man.
That's for you,
Okay.
Jack. That villainous speed, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Hmm?
God damn it. Mudlump, after a while, gives you like a little tour of the place as well, of the garden and everything. And
Yep.
I guess for you, Bed and Garreth, growing up on a farm, might be a little bit interested to see how he's done certain things. But
Yeah.
it is bizarre that he has been able to cultivate these plants here, even in the midst of terrible storms and such. You know that, of course, plants don't necessarily need light to grow, but still. Mudlump sort of explains.
It's like a. Mudlump has much goat fertilizer. It's the best stuff I could find. And it seems to
yeah.
do the trick.
I think we've met the prophetic goats.
They are
Wait.
strange.
Friendly, though.
Mudlump doesn't understand what they say. But Mudlump does understand the plants.
Mm.
I asked them to stay here. In exchange, I would protect them. These flowers are from the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Oh.
I wish I could understand this guy.
I'm translating.
Oh, whoa.
What happened at Did you ever ask them what happened at the palace?
Albeit drunkenly. Like he's
Oh,
only
yeah.
slurring some of the words,
Slurringly.
but yeah. So I could make out that Mudlump is drunk as a way of translating. But yeah, he says,
Wadlam has a magic trinket thing, helps talk plants. Very good plants. Very friendly.
Would you mind if I spoke to them using it? Of
Yeah.
course. If not, it's okay.
Yeah, sure, you press the thingy on this. Yeah.
this is just Garreth
Yeah.
getting more and more drunk. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
let's see. What have they got on them? I'm looking at the art. It's a strange, like, little necklace of beads. Except they're not beads; they seem to be little seeds. And yeah, it kind of hands you off this necklace. It has a sort of a spell ingrained in the seed, so you can cast Speak with Plants and Beasts. I think. Oh no, is it just Speak with Plants? Yeah, Speak with Plants.
Secret plants.
Yeah. I will use it to approach one of the presume it's these flower bushes.
Yeah. And I'll just say, for the sake of roleplay, I will say that everyone, when this is cast, everyone can understand it. So it's like a party-wide Speak with Plants, such that you can all understand. And yeah, all the plants are sort of whispering to themselves at this point. And you can hear them talking amongst themselves as you approach. These ones show great promise. Strangers, but... Oh. Greetings. Hello. And they speak with this kind of almost royal tone, and they even, like, sort of bow towards you slightly.
Yeah, I'll bow back.
A pleasure making your acquaintance.
We are the Jumping Junipers, and the pleasure is our own. We are here to help Zybilna.
Ah. Speak of the Archfey of this realm. She too was a great gardener. Marvelous flowers and hedgerows adorned her outside landscaping. You should see it.
Who?
It's a marvel to behold.
Looking towards the rest of the party to let them speak if they would like to. We'll continue. I'm sure we will. It seems like all paths lead that direction.
We wished to stay, but it was getting far too dangerous. Strange creatures crept into the gardens. Their rotting presence corrupted us. They trod all over us. Shambling creatures were careless. They crushed many of our brethren underfoot. It was a great tragedy.
That's unfortunate.
The palace is not what it once was.
Perhaps at some point it may be again.
Hmm. The rose garden was our home. We do long to return, but it is not safe. We were also invaded by, well, these spider-like creatures.
With scissors?
No, these ones were much like you. They sort of stood on two legs, but they covered our rose bushes with spider webs. We are some of the few that were saved. No small thanks to Mudlump.
It seems he's done Prismere great service, even if he did not know that he was. Saving
We
beauty in a place where beauty is hard found.
One of them speaks up, says, "Not just beauty, but power as well. We once held a magic within us. Each color had its own gift. But we have long since lost that luster. Perhaps it has been too long since we have been away from the palace. But Zybilna cultivated us, especially to each have our own worthy power and gift. If you find our brethren in the rose garden, you should examine them, perhaps closely."
If Mudlump's okay with it, if Garreth is wanting to tend towards the plants, I think we could long rest if the party wants to. But that would be up to Mudlump and the party, since Garreth is suggesting the idea. But could I pull out the sort of like the water skin we had taken of the water from the unicorn pool way back when, and pour some of it among the plants?
Yeah, sure. From the unicorn pool. I don't think the magic carries with you, but it's certainly a refreshing, clean, pure water, which would definitely aid in quenching their thirst. But yeah, when they receive that, they say, well, we've never had such clean water, such peaceful emotions. Not unlike the stormy rains that come down from above. They are filled with sorrow and regret.
Baird will look at Notus to see if Notus would like to speak.
I got a question for you, Flowers.
Mm-hmm.
You guys recognize this? And I'll show them the thorned hilt.
Okay. They actually visibly sort of shrink away from it. Like they close all their petals and seem to shy away, and they look scared of Snickersnack.
Whoa.
No. Keep the thorns away. The brambles, they strangle. They destroy.
Oh, Snickersnack, do you You destroy these guys?
Of course not. What do you think we are? A hedge trimmer? We're used for lopping the heads off of beasts and dragons, not off of dandelions and roses. I'm not here to kill deadheads.
Well, then why are they so scared of you?
Maybe that's
Corruption.
where the blade remains is connected to that. Do you all remember where you saw a thing that was like this?
Yes, the tower has been overcome with thorns. A great twisting vine has torn one of the towers. It's dreadful.
Is that here in Yon?
No, that's the Palace of Heart's Desire.
There's no way
Well, I can't be held responsible for whatever separate pieces are doing. Their actions are their own. And notice
Yes.
you're hearing that voice as well. Don't forget.
You're muted if you have been speaking, Notus, by the way.
No, I'm here and
Okay.
just listening to everything.
Well,
I mean, I thought we needed Snickersnack to get in to the Palace of Heart's Desire. It was like the key, right?
oh, they can answer that.
Oh yeah, do you know how to get in to the Palace of Heart's Desire?
Oh, yes. There is 2 guardians one must appease. Wrath and envy.
We've met to Dretch.
Oh, no,
Similar
they're
name.
unrelated.
Unrelated.
These are not demons. No, they are powerful guardians. They guard the gardens, in fact, but it seems they are unable to prevent the corruption from spreading and invading the palace. Perhaps they were outsmarted, but in any case, no sword is needed to get inside. But there are many locked doors.
I see. Is there anything we can do for you?
Perhaps,
My
Perhaps
friend
once-
Garreth here is
once it's
related.
safe to go, once it's safe to go back to the palace, we would like to know that our brethren are safe and sound. Perhaps we could return as well, but Mudlump
I'm
has
sure after all this time,
kept good care of us.
the palace will be in need of a new gardener as well.
During all this, by the way, there's been another voice that's been heard inside. Although, I don't know who would be... inside. Who would be inside? I mean, they got... Garreth Vaike seems to be on the outside gardening. But...
I think I probably would have stayed inside.
Okay. Well, then in that case, you would be hearing, because this spell, the Speak with Plants, was cast on everyone. You've been hearing this goddamn. How do you put it? This mushy, lovey-dovey speech coming from the corner. And it says, yeah, it's coming from. Oh my god, what is happening? What are you doing?
Whoa!
Trying to
Garreth is
crash my
casting
game?
Flame Grove.
Please. Holy.
Oh my god! What a
That is the true farmer in action right there. He drunkenly just casts plant growth and just shoots like vines everywhere. I mean, you could do it if you want.
Actually,
But...
I wanted to use the 8-hour version
Oh,
to
okay.
fertilize the ground. That is why I
Okay.
asked if we're
The
going
ground-
to spend some time.
I mean, the ground is sort of already fertilized with all the goat poop he's been collecting. But yeah, I mean, you can
He's
send it
pointing
into
to build
over.
this magic back to it, Chris.
Mhm.
Okay, you can send it in overdrive, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so, alright, you're doing that over the course of this rest. Meanwhile, Notus,
Mhm.
so yeah, you can hear this mushy, lovey-dovey talk, and it's coming from Amador. It says, oh, the pursuit of true love compelled me. Never shall I wilt, as long as you are by my side, Polynella. Would you have me as your champion? And Polynella's like, oh, of course, Amador. You fought so valiantly the way you felled that giant. Ah, yes, with a swift strike of my pommel. Squarely in the giant's head. Didn't stand a chance. And yeah, you're seeing there is a firm love between the two. A blossoming love, you could say.
Notus doesn't know how to react to this. I don't think she has the right emotions to deal with it.
Oh, I see.
So she's just gonna sort of sit there and almost enjoy it like it's a play.
All right.
That's the only way she can process it. So, you know, she's smiling, popcorn.
Oh, that's why you're like party-wide playing. You could play it. You want us to be able to talk to Amador? I understand.
I see. Well, they say. God, they continue on serenading them like, my beautiful Polynella, you are truly a vision in stripes. You know I cannot resist your heavenly scent, your beautiful antennas. It just goes on and on. Amador is quite the poet, it seems.
From my perspective, he just likes to hear himself talk.
Perhaps. And Polynella's like, does seem to return the compliments. And they say, oh, Amador, your petals are so soft. I just want to nuzzle myself amongst them. Amador's like, oh, you're so fuzzy, fuzzy wuzzy. Oh, please embrace me. And you just see them like hugging down over by the by the fucking campfire. And then they're like, oh, don't get too close to the stove, you might burn. Oh, I'll be just fine, Polynella. You know me. I've braved more dangers. Do you remember
Am I
when
also I'm just seeing
Yeah.
all this.
Yes, I'm
Just
afraid
kind of like
you are.
this normal behavior.
They are absolutely taking up the whole room.
Well, I
They
feel like
totally
I'm
are.
intruding.
And you've been traveling with them, Gleam, alone.
What have they gotten up to?
They do look across to you, perhaps a moment, and they say, do you mind, perhaps giving us a little space? You're stealing our sunlight here.
We're on the whole other side of the room. It's a big space, but you know, I understand.
Yes, but our love overgroweth. This garden cannot contain us.
Yeah, okay. Can I like eat this knife on the table?
Oh,
What incarnation are you doing?
Yeah, just hold on one second. I'll get out of your pedals.
You're ruining the mood here. Yeah, give me a con save as you eat a knife.
Just 1 second, all right?
Oh no! God.
You are-
I think you accidentally stab your throat before it has a chance to be like digested. There's blood now spurting from your mouth. Oh goodness! And Pollinella seems concerned. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. Oh goodness! Someone do something.
I do that. No, it's okay.
You need to eat some honey. It has antibacterial properties.
Oh, that's so true. I'm gonna go outside and eat some honey.
Was he trying to
Get
prune
out of
himself?
No,
Just
usually
under
it works quite well.
Does he really think he can eat that and digest
Oh,
it?
he's eaten other things. Like he ate that windmill. The little, like, what do you call it? Not windmill.
Pylon.
Yeah, pylon.
Pylon.
He ate one of those.
Yeah.
I
You saw
did
him
see
do that.
that. Hmm.
He's eaten red
Very
cat
strange.
boots. He's eaten. What else has he eaten?
Get
Knives,
cake.
Spears,
table.
a table.
Tables, spoons. I've eaten
Pythons.
glasses.
Night
Titans,
guard,
yep.
Titans.
Are you sure his brain is feeling bouquet?
I mean, he's still alive, so
I see.
The question is the dandelion smarter than most of the junipers?
Yes.
Dandelion is Amador is 13
Amador's
intelligence.
smarter.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
way smarter. He's got a whole
Yep.
4 on Vaike.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, where were we? Yes.
Embrace me in your pedals.
Yeah, that's right.
I like how Notus is still just there. After they're like, can you give us some like space?
literally the
Notus is still
only
just there.
emotion this woman has is joy.
Yeah. You know, they look pretty happy. You know?
That's right, you guys. Right. Continue.
Pollinella
That's me.
Pollinella says, "Oh, Amador, talk dirty to me." And Amador like goes,
Ooh.
and
Okay,
then
now I'm uncomfortable.
and Amador literally
I don't know that
knocks-
emotion.
It was a pun. You see, Amador like knocks over a plant pot and dirt spills out, and they like roll around in the dirt together.
Wow.
I feel like at
We
this
plant
point-
I
love
leave.
dirt.
I'm like, I'm not sure why, but I feel like I should leave the room.
Why are you leaving, Notus? I was gonna go get another cup of mead.
No,
And,
you want to give him a few minutes?
well, 2 minutes for what?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay, I just wanted. Another cup of
Oh.
mead, and then I'll be going.
Oh, right. You there, Sir Knight? You fought well in that battle, I must say.
No, yeah, you weren't too bad yourself, weird sunflower or dandelion guy.
Amador, the dandelion. Pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, I must say. It's good to finally speak to you one-on-one. Your, thorny plant-like appendage, very fitting.
No, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a sentient magic sword.
What? You couldn't...
Oh, or it's like a piece of it.
And so you've got a sort of mutual beneficial relationship?
Yeah, it's like a symbiotic relationship, you know. It helps me punch people, and I'm gonna reforge them into the coolest sword that ever existed.
Oh, well, you sound like best buds.
I'd like to think so, but every time I try to give them a nickname, they shoot it down, so...
Honestly, I think that hearing the best sword that ever existed would probably have made stickers that go like, oh!
Yeah, I think Snickersnack's also thinking. You know, this one has potential. Very charismatic.
Am I not good enough for you? Am I not...
Yes, I forget you can hear me.
Yeah, Notus says the exact same thing from outside the building.
Can't you hear those puns though? I mean, I think the last one went right over your head. But...
I mean, it did. It did go over my head, but like at the end of the day, what if I let you down? What if... All you do is keep asking for more.
I need to know that you're ready. Vaike. A true fight lies ahead of us. One that could be fatal.
Look, I've been ready for that fight since the day I was born, alright? Whatever. I'm positive. Put him in front of me right now. Who is it? Warduke? Put him in front of me right now. He's getting smoked. Alright,
You know what I was built for. And dragon slaying is no game.
look, I've already slayed one dragon, technically.
Actually, compared to the Jabberwock.
And isn't the Jabberwock, isn't it like Zybilna's friend? Why would we kill him?
The Jabberwock is clearly off its leash, terrorizing the forest, killing indiscriminately. There's no one there to discipline them.
So you know what that sounds like, partner? Sounds like as Zybilna's devoted servants, we gotta put this bad boy back on the leash.
You feel like the thorns tighten around your grip, like it's an actual leash that's gonna like the leather's like cracking. But they seem determined, and they seem to respect that determination from you as well. So they kind of bond to you tighter. And Amador's like, "Hello, you seem to be floating away there for a moment."
Oh, apologies. I was talking to the sword. Or to the hilt.
Ah, right. Well, I suppose I should be in your debt in a way. You've finally given me the chance to bond with Pollinella freely. So I suppose I owe you in some regard.
Oh, you're indebted to the Junipers, not just me. I didn't do nothing special. I just punched that guy a couple times.
No, no, my friend, you rose to the occasion.
Oh
one was
well,
bad.
we all rose, you know.
Well, if you wish to get to this palace of heart's desire that all those flowers have been talking about, I do know the way.
Wow, that's actually really helpful.
Mm.
Um, well, do you also know where the windmill is? Because that's also that's the next stop is the windmill.
Mm, that I'm not so sure, but I'm certain that it does require flying, and I'm
We got
certain
that.
that the the Darklings know where it is.
Darklings. What's a darkling?
Charm
Charm
trinket
bubble.
bubble.
Oh, those three.
Hmm. I'm sure they're a thorn in your side.
Yeah.
Can you stop at 8?
Wait, though. Do this. See, we had this plan to throw a bunch of invitations into the golden windmill, but aren't the little darklings? Aren't they in Motherhorn?
Indeed. I see you don't miss a beat.
Hey, I got that one.
Yep. Well, there is plenty more where that came from. As far as I'm aware, Motherhorn is crawling with Darklings. You'd best be on your guard.
Yeah, we're always on our guard. The rest of the group isn't gonna like this. This changes our
Hmm.
plan. We're gonna need to find another way to hand out these invitations all across prison.
I guess you could always go blindly into the mists, hope that you find it.
That's true.
Or you could always clean up the storm first. There's plenty more
That
things to
might help.
get done in yon. But,
Mhm.
well, for now, if you don't mind, I'd rather we be leafed alone.
Wait, hold on. I had another question. You know where the Palace of Heart's Desire is? Can we just like go in there like right now?
They think for a moment and seem to ponder this. I mean, there is nothing stopping you, I suppose. Though, actually, there is. In order to get there, I would personally say you need an escort of sorts. It's another location that one would need to fly to. It's
Can you do that?
me.
Can you escort
Please.
us?
I know the way through the mists, yes, but I'm afraid that I would need a way of getting there. Flying is no small feat.
Yeah, we have a balloon.
Hmm. All right, balloons might do it, but if the balloon fails, there is another way I can think of. We would need to find our way into Motherhorn, however. There's a secret belfry I'm aware of. If we can find that and ring it, we might get our transportation.
Mm.
That's if the balloons were to fail.
Option. All right. Oh, wait, we have like a giant like hot air balloon.
Yes, well, Perfect. We can use that, or we can use the other method. Either one works. Depends on how many allies you need to transport at that point.
All right, I'll go relay this information to the rest of the Junipers. Now, you kids have fun, all right? I'm gonna grab some meat before I walk out.
All right. Yeah, you can relay all of that to the other guys, and
Yeah, I'll
they're on
regurgitate
the
that
same
to the
page.
Junipers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Junipers.
Gleam's.
So,
Well, Gleam will pipe up since you said like about the whole we could go to there right now. And Gleam says, "Oh, Amador said he'd stick by my side until we got my sister back. I would much rather finish business here in Yon, but I'm not stopping you guys. If you want to go on ahead to the palace, by all means. But I'm gonna stay here until I find Glister."
We can't go ahead. Too much for us here.
whoa. We could just take a day trip out to the palace's heart desire, right? I mean, the plant bush has said that the vines of Snickersnack are coming out of one of the towers, which means that probably the last piece is there.
Bear's gonna look at you and then wave his hand in front of your face.
Dude, think about it. How much easier would this be if I had Snickersnack? Think about it. Dude, if I was walking around with Snickersnack, you know how much respect and how much people would probably just stop fighting us, honestly.
Take a hard look at me, Vaike.
I'm looking at you. I'm seeing a little bit past you. I can see Garreth past you.
Gareth passed out on the table.
Garreth is like on the table, waving his hands in the air that are glowing, and he's just going like, "Oh."
So, but all I'm saying is, there's some substance to it here. Like if we get Snickersnack reforged, you know how much of a boon that'll be to our cause.
But could we get there?
Yeah, Mr. Dandelion said so.
Hey, you know it also would be a great boon.
What?
Hijack.
That one, not disappearing.
Oh, is that Jack?
Well, look, if it's like the rest of the curses, you know, as soon as we get away from Yon, he'll come back. He'll be normal. I was green in the swamp. Now I'm not. Garreth was a toy in the forest, and you're a weird shadow over here. So soon we leave Yon, you'll go back to being more tangible.
He doesn't. You seem to forget something.
What?
Exactly.
Well, what am I forgetting?
He got you there.
I'm confused.
You just kind of proved his point.
What point?
You forgot something.
What did I forget?
Exactly.
Like looking around.
We're going in circles here.
Can you elaborate? I'm confused.
Bear's hand is on their forehead.
It's still the same day.
Anyway.
You should know we lost. We need to get back Baird's name? Question mark.
Yeah, we gotta attach him back to his body, right? But I'm just saying, it's like we've been dealing with this the whole adventure. I'm sure we could take a day detour to reforge Snickersnack, right? And also, we might need to, as much as I like this carnival plan idea, we're running into a little road bump here. Nobody knows how to get to the Golden Windmill.
Well, yeah, the Darklings do, but yeah, that's...
Well...
That's the only problem.
Because the only people that can get us access to the windmill, which we need to get access to Motherhorn, are in Motherhorn. So
Oh.
This is what I mentioned earlier.
Hmm.
This is what I said earlier about the fact that to get to do this plan, we have to do this plan to do this plan.
Not necessarily.
You'll-
Glottic says,
Oh.
we can still do the carnival. Like, the original plan, if I recall, was just to put on a great show to make a name for ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
We might not get as many invitations out there, but if we get enough, it might be more. It might still get us there in the end.
Do you have a better way
windmill-
to get the invitations around?
Well, I mean, we could just drop one off at the Motherhorn doorstep. For
We could
End.
send-
We could give them to all the Corin clans. We could give it to.
We could send back Squirt through the mists.
I guess he could lead.
Yeah, Squirt could guide them. But there is another idea.
If Squirt could lead the Campestries back to the brig, if Squirt could lead the Campestries from Lilybug Heap to the Chord clans,
Mhm.
and then Clapperclaw could take everyone back to thither through the.
Yep.
This is getting a little complex. This is getting a little complicated.
But let's be honest, like, they're gonna need a guide to get through the mists anyway, aren't they? Inviting them. Oh wait, no, they won't. I guess if we solve the windmill problem, that.
Yeah.
The mists are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was our 3 birds with 1 stone.
That was
Yeah,
the 3 birds
yeah.
with 1 stone.
Well,
But it seems like the
what if-
windmill is just.
Jack
we're
will
right
pipe up,
there.
I guess.
We just.
Jack says, hang on. Didn't the Greyhawk mamas say that those darklings, the Trinket, Bauble, and Charm, often go there? Like, they have to deliver presents every now and again, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And they depart from Motherhorn? That's what they said.
Uh-huh.
Well,
So what you're saying is we ambush them?
oh, maybe, or rather than
I'm
ambush
not
them, we do
saying that, but that's you.
you know,
You're saying
we
that.
boggles
Just
have
do
a
the same thing
speciality.
we did when Jack watched out for Warduke. We just wait for them to leave and then follow them.
Hey,
If that's the plan, then we have to clear the Eye of the Storm.
the boggle specialty.
well,
we just follow people around and slink in the shadows. We do that, and they won't even know that we tailed them. Yeah.
So we have Jack. So we have Jack follow them while we go clear the Eye of the Storm.
Oh,
And we have
okay.
Jack outside of Motherhorn. Wait for them to leave, and then Jack follows them when they leave Motherhorn after we clear the storm.
All right.
That could work. Jack can fly now, so. And Jack and Garreth can communicate from any distance. Isn't that right,
Does that sound
Garreth?
good?
Yeah, Garrett's fine. He'll wake up.
Okay.
He's just dead over there.
They-
He's got the
He's got the
flies surrounding him. Yeah.
Who's got ink? I want to go draw a mustache, a beard, and like a monocle on him.
I have-
Wait, that's good.
Yeah, I have some. I have some drawing supplies in my hat
Yeah.
box.
Hey, Notus, don't draw on him. Come on.
But it's fun.
He pranks everyone else.
Hey, he's
Garreth is not
asleep, come on.
sleeping. Garreth is casting plant growth.
Well, while you're concentrating casting plant growth, we're gonna
Yes.
draw on your face.
Yeah, still gonna try Distraction.
Yeah. The fun part is
I'm
if he
helping.
does
I'm helping
any
with this.
if he does any other
Mhm.
action but concentrate on the spell every round, then it's broken and he has to start the whole 8-hour ritual again. So yeah, you got free
We're gonna give
reign.
him a unibrow, monocle, mustache.
You don't have free
beard.
reign. I will break the concentration if you attempt stuff.
Can I try to distract Garreth with friendly conversation, so that the others
Cannot.
can?
Hey, leave him alone. He's casting a spell. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on, Garreth has never pranked anybody in the group before. Come on.
Yeah, Garreth is the non-prankster. He wouldn't let his friends get away with a
Yo.
fun, silly prank for no reason.
After Notus gets his mustache good, and Ulric gets his unibrow and monocle, and then I'll be like, alright, that's enough.
That's all I wanted to do.
Let's have a little class. I don't think this guy's ever pranked me before, so I can't just stand by and watch him get pranked.
Sure has.
By the way, Garreth, as you're concentrating on the spell, Buffon is absolutely sitting on your head, using your little
Buffon
crown.
is not here. Buffon was left at the carnival.
Yes, no, he wasn't.
He was. With
Was he?
Clapperclaw and the like.
I don't remember
Clapperclaw's
him being
glad.
left there.
Well, you can always summon them back if you really want.
That's true.
Just click your fingers and bang, they're here. Same with Jack. If you want to do that idea, Gareth, that the rest proposed, have Jack go to Motherhorn, follow the air balloon, see where it goes, and hopefully you also deal with the storm. So that sounds like a plan. You can send Jack off now,
Yeah.
or you can clear the storm first and then go send Jack. It's up to you.
Jack
Jack
can
has the
go,
ring of-
and if there is any problem, then I can dispel Jack. Or dismiss Jack.
Okay. So
Get
you're
him
sending
back.
them off.
Jack also
Safely.
can't be scryed because of his
Mhm.
ring of because he has his
He can't
Ring
be
of Mind.
scryed on, but he can
Yeah.
be
They won't spot me.
screw.
All right. I guess I'm off. I'll see you guys again
Terrible
soon.
roll.
Like what? As always, you know, I'll be back no matter what.
No, I'll be Jack.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
go over to
Jack.
Jack. I'm gonna pick him up. And I'm gonna feel real lonely for a second, and then I'm going to put him down.
That'll that'll top me up. They start kind of drooling a bit. All right, here I go. Does his little propeller hat, and he starts flying off.
The fact that it's that is always gets me.
Does he still have the bumblebee puff?
Probably. Yeah, a bunch of bees follow him afterwards. Hey, no, this is a solo campaign. You're gonna give me away. Stop that. All right, anyways. They're gonna be like, Jack, you'll be our new queen. What? No, who told you that? Like,
I think you may have gotten your wires crossed, Royal.
funny stuff. All right, so if you guys are taking a long rest here, you can stay the night. Mudlump says he hasn't got a spare bed, but turns out like there's his room is so huge, you could probably sleep in just like a basket of petals, and that would serve as a a pretty nice resting place.
Chris, how many cups of mead before Vaike just passes out in the dirt?
Oh, you'd have to keep rolling con
sorry,
saves.
All right, let's see.
thimblefuls of mead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. All right, number 2.
Drinking contest.
All right, I'm
Still
on
good.
2. All right, number 3.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good. All right, number 4.
Still pretty good here.
Still good.
Mm.
Okay.
Number 5. Still good.
I mean, the DC's climbing.
No.
The DC
Number
is
6.
climbing.
Still good.
How many is this? If you can get through 8, I'll
6.
say that you just
6.
pretty
Number
good.
7.
Oh,
And
there
we're
it
done.
is.
Yes.
Holy crap.
Hey, you sure this is the strong stuff?
What it is
passes out.
Vaike hasn't counted how many he got, and then someone goes, "Man, you're almost to 8," and then he immediately goes,
Boom.
Just hits the floor.
That's number 7. Gets up, slams it, and as soon as he stands up to get another one, it hits him all at once, and he falls backwards. And he's not moving from that spot until 8 hours have passed.
Uh-oh. That stuff's for giants, you know.
Vaike's just dead.
Hey, say, has anyone seen my knife?
Mhm.
No.
"It looked like it got chipped pretty bad."
Oh, God. All right. You guys can finish a long rest here if you want. Since
Okay,
you stay here.
everyone has to do their rolls.
Whoa, it says what we recovered now.
Oh. So it does.
Can I like sleep in a pot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, easily. Sleep in a
Why?
pot.
Because he wants to
Who
lick
wants
the
to
side of the
sleep in a
pot all
pot?
night.
I forgot something.
Huh.
I have
Uh-huh.
lay on hands. I could have removed the drunkenness.
Oh.
I imagine you do that right before, like you take your long rest. You just go, "Okay, I'm done being
You
drunk
have
now."
to get drunk again. You can also make intelligence saving throws. Just see if you have any inkling of who bad is at this point.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Nope.
No idea, I'm afraid.
Chris?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask this earlier. I had forgotten about it in the meantime. Is
What are you
there
asking?
any way I could use encode thoughts?
Code thoughts.
Cantrip.
Oh, he wants to use the encode thoughts. Okay.
Do
He
you
can
have
make
to
a
swap
string
that
of thoughts that he
on a
can
short
read.
rest?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. You're gonna have to do that after you finish plant growth then.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. But let's have a look at the spell. Add it to your sheet.
Fuck. It was almost a net 20.
And then tell me what it does. It's been a while. When I say it's been a while, I mean no one has ever used this spell in my campaigns ever. It's
Yeah,
It's
such a weird one.
it's very situational. Let me get back to it. Here. You pull a memory, an idea, or a message from your mind and transform it into a tangible string of glowing energy called a thought strand, which persists for the duration or until you cast a spell again. The thought strand appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you as a tiny, weightless, semi-solid object that can be held and carried like a ribbon. Casting the spell while holding a thought strand allows you to instantly receive whatever memory, ID, or message the thought strand contains.
see.
So it's
And you
like
want to try
a
and
memory in a
okay.
bottle.
He's putting the memory in a bottle.
That is pretty damn good. Okay. This. Oh my. This is kind of what you need. Why didn't you have this earlier?
Because
Yeah.
I only realized last session that I could swap cantrips.
Mm-hmm. All right. This will work for now. But as always. Oh
Yeah.
wait, this is 8-hour duration? Only lasts 8 hours. Ooh, okay.
It
So at
lasts
some
8
point
hours.
it will just run out. But I will say if you do this on this particular night, I'll let you remember what you experienced the day before. I bared their name, everything. Then subsequent nights, when you try to remember bed using this method, it might only
Mhm.
give you an advantage rather than a full remembering. But since this is the first time, and I don't think the curse has any expectation of this,
Realizes this.
yeah, they've never seen this before, then they are absolutely blindsided, and this works. You encode a small ribbon with Baird's name or memory within it. It's,
The idea of them.
The idea of bears being our
Hmm.
friends or my friends.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
And possibly that his body is a Motherhorn.
Yeah, like everything you've learned today as well, on top of
Mhm.
that. Okay, nice. And at the end of this long rest, you've also cast plant growth, and there is much rejoicing in the garden as
And there is
plants just begin to
much.
spread everywhere, and the roses multiply by the tenfold. They're like, this is just like the garden
Aw,
from
not the
Zaelong's.
eightfold.
No, you're gonna have to practice a little bit more to be on Zybillna's level, to be
Aw.
eightfold. Uh, they said it's like the garden, not like it is the garden. But still, this is magnificent. You've really brightened the place up. If only all of Yon could look this colorful. And you see, as you are doing this, Garreth, you do see a pattern of at least 5 different roses, like different colors, just like they were saying in
Mm.
the rose garden. There is a prismatic array of flowers that they mention, each kind of hold different powers.
Ooh.
But they need to be in the Palace of Heart's Desire to really gain that power. Is what they were saying. They were like,
Mm.
we've been gone too far for too long from the palace, and kind of lost our gift.
Hey, guys, who's painting the roses red?
It's not me. I
No
can't
one?
tell which color red is.
That was probably
I
Ulric when he
am.
stabbed himself in the mouth, and then
I
blood
am.
was
Red
spurting
is
no.
everywhere.
the angry one.
Oh, the angry
Mm,
one.
is it?
Oh, I have such a headache. What did I do last night? What's going on? Were there this many plants before?
You got
Yes.
distracted. You lost focus. You need a clear mind if we're to do what we need to do.
Dude, first thing in the morning, you're already on my back. Ugh.
You should know better than to get drunk.
Look, I'm getting real tired of this, I can never do something right in your eyes, but sure by Zybilna can I do something wrong.
Good morning, everyone.
morning,
Who's that
Bert.
guy?
Why can't you be more like Notus?
Why can't I be more like Notus?
Look, they're level-headed. They're up. They're awake. They're alert.
Yeah, Notus also doesn't have eyes, and like she's missing like 3/4 of her personality.
That means there's no distractions.
And that's no way to live.
She's just doing cartwheels through the flowers while this is all happening.
Okay, I take everything
This
back.
conversation's happening. She's just like, wee!
Alright, I'll shut up. Never mind.
You gave her the most distracting emotion back first.
Yeah, damn.
Bear will join Notus in doing cartwheels.
Wait, hold on. Who are you?
That's Bert,
you
our
doing-
friends.
Bird,
Also-
our friend.
Do you like my new
I'm-
bow tie?
What is happening right now?
I feel like a lot's going on.
As Ulric is climbing out of a pot.
Yeah.
He's covered in soil.
Ew. What
I'm
happened?
gonna lick it like a lollipop.
I'm never drinking again. That's it. I'm never again. Never again.
Is that a promise?
Can I sync up my cartwheels with Notus to where I just look like I'm Notus's shadow?
Sure, give me an acrobatics check, you two.
I'm confused again. Who?
My foundry is reloading, so if you could do that for
You-
me. But
As you say, I never drinking again, you see Juniper is pulling along the chariot and it's got a keg of the honey mead on the back of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Girl.
Jared or Garreth, where's the mushroom?
Oh yes, sorry. I was hungry.
You ate it?
Uh-uh.
Oh, the
that we get-
mushroom. That one is over here.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna put the keg in the mushroom.
Oh, but doesn't Juniper want to have a sip along the way?
We are not giving alcohol to Juniper.
Juniper is big and strong.
And she's not old enough to drink.
They look at you
Over
and their
here.
eyes kind of sharpen. How old is Juniper? I guess they're like...
Sorry, I meant acrobatics. I read
Oh,
the
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
thing.
No, you're right. Juniper probably isn't old enough. All right, what did
There you go,
what
there's
did you
my
get?
acrobatics check.
What did you get? Notice on your acrobatics. Can
Oh,
Baird
I'm
keep
rolling
up?
as well, am I?
Yeah. We need to see if Baird can keep up. Oh, yes, they can. They
I'm
mimic
not
you better
focused
than.
on form. I'm having fun.
Okay, and Baird is doing it better than you are. But yeah, for sure, you can follow Notice and create this perfect like cartwheeling shadow behind them. There you go, something like this.
Eventually, just start walking on my hands.
Yep.
Mischief tries now. He's gonna try next.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh, they kind of flop and then roll, and they just
Roll's
start
You know what?
rolling.
you
Yeah,
know
there's
what? You know
roll.
what? No. Mischief, a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Well,
Oh, great. The cartwheeling toad.
8. 8. Okay. Yes. They somehow managed to inflate themselves and bounce around. They get some air at one point.
He's a giant bouncy ball.
Baird looks at Notus to see how Notus is feeling about that.
Overjoyed.
You would see, like, if you look at Baird as you're like looking back between Mischief and Baird would just you would see that they are genuinely just experiencing the now with you.
They jump too high, land in a vat of honey, and now they're just licking themselves.
Oh no. Friendly lick targeting self.
Mischief,
Mudlum
get
comes
out of
over.
there.
Mudlum comes over and lifts them up with ease, with like one hand. Like, and just puts them back. Mischief also gonna when they get lifted, they kind of go shock into like shock. They're like they've never been lifted by someone else before. So their eyes just gonna go wide and their arms are like splayed out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And Mischief is then
Notice
lowered
what
back down
happens.
to the ground.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get eaten. Help.
He's been lifted.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's getting eaten, yeah. But Mudlum puts him down gently.
Silly toad. Got himself all covered in honey. Does sound like a good dessert, though. Honey-covered toad.
Oh, that really does.
Ulric.
Did you just squeak?
I swear I heard Notus squeak when you said that. But you
Not
can
eating
hop
my
back on.
toad.
It would be a different toad. There's more frogs around here.
He can hear you.
As soon as you say frog, you see Goldick. Like,
Yeah, gotta look over.
Right, yeah, let's go, guys. Plenty of adventures to go. We gotta find a glister.
all right, Juniper.
Hey, Goldstick, wait a minute. Let's talk.
No,
Get away from my square.
we gotta find a big chair on top of a mountain. Let's go.
That's how the day begins. We're all going to the chair.
Wait, okay, hold on. Junipers, let's make a plan.
Garreth was filling everyone in on who I am while I played with Notus.
All right, so I guess I know that guy. All right, whatever. But
Supposedly.
what are we doing? Allegedly. It's one of my best friends in the whole world. Garreth says so it must be true.
Obviously.
So
Garreth is the smartest.
we're going to the Eye of the Storm, and Jack is going to go wait outside of Motherhorn to track the Darkling. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Team Juniper, let's do this.
I put my hand in.
I will put my hand in. Ugh, no one else is on the same page.
No one else is on the same page. No.
Hands go in the middle.
And Juniper and Mischief's hands go on top, of course.
Mischief is his tongue.
Yes.
Yeah.
The tongue.
And then the Junipers all go yeah, and we all freeze midair because it's got to have the freeze frame.
Where is Jack?
Jack's on his
This idea is
way.
perfect. Nothing can go wrong.
We
Yay!
need Jack for this. Okay, where's Jack? There's Jack. Hello, Jack.
Bye, Jack. All right. By the time
Just a little sound as Jack.
actually, we'll adjudicate what's going on with Jack later. But for now, Gleam spends a little bit of the morning seemingly in a trance, and obviously she is an elf, so she does trance. But normally she would have been done
She can't
before
prove if
you
she
guys.
wants to now. I gave her orb.
That's true. And maybe she did use that during the night. And so it's odd to see her in a trance in the morning. You kind of wonder to yourself, what is she doing if she isn't trancing? She definitely got her rest in. She was sleeping. But there's perhaps just a slight faint goldenish glow coming from her eyes as she's in this trance.
Oh.
What is going on?
Oh, she kind of like snaps out of it for a moment. I was looking through Glister's eyes to see if I could get any more information. It seems as though she's still in that prison. There's still storm clouds outside.
Can she feel when you do that?
Oh yes, she can see through my eyes as well. She can probably see all of you right now.
I start waving in front of her face.
Yeah, I want to wave at her too.
I will hold up a sign. I'll like write something down and hold it up and be like, "Where are you?" Like for the next time.
Okay. I mean, I did say she was reading a book, didn't I? She starts to. I mean, yeah. She would kind of broke the trance, I guess. She would need to do it the next day. Yeah, you're right. It's a once per day thing. But
yeah,
that has given me an idea. That Glister can like point to the words in the book to like spell out a sentence. But yeah, okay, cool. You start asking like, where are you? And hopefully you'll get an answer next time. I just wanted to check up on her, was all. I'm ready to go.
That makes sense. I do need to ask before we continue. Did I get my last point of charisma back?
You need to roll a charisma save.
Okay.
Oh,
26.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Weirdly, you feel like it's closer to you than it has ever been, perhaps. You don't get that same nightmare that before. In fact, it seems to be all quiet on the stage. Very quiet. No performances tonight. All right. Okay, so you guys are going to continue on. You're looking for what exactly? How are you going to get here?
The
what
big
directions?
Chair.
Sure, but what directions were you given?
We were given that it was a big chair, and I've been following the direction that I feel like I need to go when I need the biggest, whenever I need a big sit down.
A big sit down. Okay. Well, there's a really slim, narrow path that leads all the way up to the mountainsides this way, and I did have a map for this, but I'm looking at the time. Let's just get you there so we can end it on a banger. So, Yon, is there any more?
Speaking of seats, does anyone else see in the picture? Motherhorn actually looks like it's shaped like a toilet.
It is a little bit toilet shaped, yeah.
No,
I
very
sent
very
a
fitting.
image of Motherhorn last week.
What's wrong with you?
It's not a chair, it's a toilet.
Does this look? Yeah.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Garreth.
I mean, it is the home of the end.
No.
Like, considering it's the Feywild, and you know, it kind of hints.
It's
at
very
what you might find
intentional.
there.
I mean, it is where shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
You could say her performances stink.
Ain't that the truth?
You hear like up ahead, probably was it Amador saying, could you perhaps move a little bit, Asta?
Huh?
It's a play on words. Faster, Asta, faster. Ah, never mind. I'm just saying you seem all very distracted.
That one wasn't very good.
Well,
That one
That's hard.
seemed targeted. It feels like it was targeted to someone specific.
no. No better than your torrid humor, I must say. The more impressive thing is that you're able to understand me still. Seems I kept my voice in the that strange magical place. So
Maybe we should.
up ahead. Like, eventually, as you're climbing to the top of this mountain, you're trying to find basically what I think was told to you was the tallest peak, find the highest mountain, and the Greyhawk Mama said you'll find some sort of chair, at least they've mimicked a chair. And sure enough, as you see a flash of lightning in the distance, a fork of electricity seems to illuminate something that stands out amongst the jagged horizon. It is a very straight and square-like shape, sat right atop this spiraling mountain. And there's something reflective up there as well. Something made of glass, perhaps? And as you narrow your eyes, you can see it, in fact, has even got a... It's even got a...
Big
telescope.
chair!
It is a big chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call sitting in a
Wait,
chair.
that's an actual goddamn chair. It's like building a damn chair.
As I build a damn chair.
Oi, wash your mouth,
Uh,
you young man.
Hey, I'm her champion. I can use her name in vain. We've been over this.
Self-proclaimed.
She is my aunt, and I say no.
What? Is I building? If you don't want me to, strike me down right now.
Roll
Garreth strikes her down.
Yeah.
roll a d8, yeah?
yeah.
Shocking grasp him.
Everyone just starts beating up Vaike.
That's an 8! That's an 8!
God damn it.
Oh my God.
Can't,
That's an 8! That's an 8!
can't argue with that. You know.
Can't argue with that.
Sure.
I feel like something positive has to happen to Vaike now.
The
Everyone else gets
lightning,
blown up. Everyone-
lightning energizes you. Oh
He
god.
Vaike points towards look at that big chair, and the lightning passes through him like Zuko and strikes the chair.
Speeds you up. You ride the lightning up to the top. Yeah, and it just saves you from having to climb the set of stairs. An errant tornado just picks you up and just plonks you down
Well, that's rude.
just to get
Wow.
you there faster.
Wow.
Still, let me describe the scene here because it's a bit of an odd one. There's a hewn throne, a throne just hewn from a boulder, and as you get closer, you see that it appears to be etched with some sort of symbols, and maybe they're magic, maybe they're some sort of astronomical symbols. And does anyone speak Elvish? I'm sure you do. There's plenty of you.
I do.
Oh, that's me.
Uh,
That's my thing.
Okay.
That's the one language I speak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. In
I
that
have
case,
Elvish. Vaike is Elvish. I think Notus also has Elvish.
In that case,
I can read Elvish.
you can read an inscription engraved around the seat of the throne as well. And I believe it reads this.
Mm.
It says, I am a traveler from a distant land. My name is Mazakoth, Keeper of Stars. Sit on my throne, disciple, and unravel.
May I?
Well, wait, has everyone caught up to me yet, or am I still up there before everyone? Because I got this little tornado.
You got a little head start, yeah. You can see.
Oh,
this
I'm
before
Better
sitting
ask
in
you.
it. I'm sitting in it. I'm sitting in it.
Bandit asked permission before he did so.
Fake does it.
Okay.
Fake
We
All
does
right,
got
um,
invited to sit on the throne.
Oh boy.
So before
How
everyone
big is
shows
the
up,
bear?
I will sit down.
Okay. I think as soon as you sit down, you feel cold and drowsy.
Oh my god.
And I think it
Waken me
probably
if it can.
takes. It probably does take a minute for the others to catch up. And are you staying in the chair when you feel this?
Yes.
By the time the party arrive, then you find Vaike is also somewhat in a trance.
Mm.
He looks like he's spaced out.
Can I look through the looking glass?
Yes, he can. Let me just quickly find what I'm looking for here. Throne, yeah, okay. There's there's constellations in the night sky, and you can only see them because you have indeed finally arrived at what could only be described as the eye of the storm. And all around you are these swirling, dark, crackling clouds. And in the center of that, there's that beautiful night sky with twinkling stars. And the telescope is pointed up right through it, like a tear in space, a hole for which you can see and observe through. And yeah, there's plenty of little constellations that you can spot. I will actually drag you to the map if you want. We can have a look through the telescope itself. I wonder if this still works. I hope it does. And this is one of the most awesome maps I think I've ever set up, but we'll find out if it works. Yes, okay, this is cool. All right. Let me just pause the game because I think something is awry.
Oh, there's a
Yeah, this-
telescope token for the vision. I see.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Let me just hide it for a second and get this proper. So this is the... no. This is the first thing you're supposed to see. My goodness, I had it all cattywampus. All right, so this is the strange hewn throne. There is inscriptions around the base, and Vaike is now sitting in this, so I'll plonk him down, why not? And he is completely in a trance.
Wait, that's me.
You are looking through the telescope, Bird. You can move around a token here. If you drag a square around this area here, you might be able to select something. You're doing it?
It says it collides with the wall. Okay.
That's okay. All right. So that you're still able to look around through the telescope. Okay, cool. That's working. Nice. Okay. That's part one of that. Oh my god. This is on the back of the throne that people can spot. There are strange astronomical symbols. That was the ones I was mentioning earlier. They are like a chalice. There seems to be a lyre. There's a bow. There's a little bear and a heart, a crown, a snake. All very strange. Vaike, in the meantime, you are having a dream. It's one of distant worlds, perhaps. It's a dreamy, like, space. you're just hurtling through it towards a faraway. There looks like a dark kind of place in the distance, and amongst all the kind of glittering starlight, there's a singular black void. It seems to be pulling you towards it. And the closer you get towards it, the colder you feel, and the less light illuminates this nebulous wonderland of starscapes. And you see it starting to consume more and more of your vision till it feels like you're like completely encompassed by this thing. You feel dwarfed at the size of this dark, dead star. What do you do?
Oh, can I just fly around? Can I like move?
You can, but it feels like it is this kind of pull towards this this black hole. And as much as you try, it seems like it is still overpowering you. But you know what? I'll let you roll an intelligence check. And I hate to say that it is intelligence, but traveling through the astral sea is indeed intelligence checks. No chance. You are unable to conceive
Hold
how to
on.
travel in this space. I don't think.
Hold on.
Yeah, I still don't know if it's enough, even
Let
with
me see
that.
if I could get. Okay, 13.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
so
yeah,
bizarre.
yes, proceed.
Oh,
No
I'm my brother.
friction.
I'm not. Yeah. I'll start like dog swimming, you know, or like doggy paddling.
Yeah, you try, and your physicality has no bearing in this world. Your brute strength isn't enough to propel you through a frictionless space. No air resistance to push on. No liquid to swim through. It's a helpless void that just begins sucking you in, pulling you towards some sort of event horizon.
Can I manifest Vaike 2 30 feet behind me and then swap places with him?
Cheating, I see.
All right. Yes, you can. I will say you teleport back 30 feet away. There's a slight less pull here. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll just keep repeating that. I'll keep repeating that process.
You give Okay. All right. I guess you just escape the dark dead star of yeah, well, I'm not going to get into what that is about, and you avoid going utterly insane, and finally you pull yourself kind of out of the trance as you basically reverse teleport all the way back to the start. And as you're trying to snap Vaike out of it, he does eventually just like come to, but you feel freezing cold. It feels like you've been out in a night, like in the night cold air all night, and you've got like hypothermia almost.
Who turned the heat off? I'm freezing.
Mike, you okay? What happened?
It was cold.
Oh,
I
Did you die? Did you see something?
you know, it's I outran a black hole.
A what?
You were in space too?
You've been to space before?
A black hole.
2 times actually. You know, like with the minecart when I like disappeared. I mean, I got angry and then I randomly it teleported me there. And then the other time with what was it again?
Obsidian Flame.
The what?
Obsidian Flame.
When we were fighting the
Ah, yeah, that one guy, the really angry little guy. Yeah, I just poofed and I was there. You know, I've been there a couple of times. You know, I'm local. You know.
Yeah,
So are
wow.
these constellations I would recognize the names of as a storyteller?
Yeah, potentially. Ursa, Major. You definitely recognize that one. Any others might just be some knowledge you previously had. Though, if you want, you can give me an intelligence history check.
Sure, I'm definitely good at those.
Yeah. Yes. Ooh. Okay. Probably just going to be the Ursa Major then. So the others, you can estimate they are also astronomical symbols. Still, after you come out of this cold trance, Vaike, you and you alone see a second inscription on the throne, and it seems to be on the front of the chair, like where your arms would have rested, and they seem to be kind of glowing a bright light, almost like they've magically lit up after you sat in the chair. Let's see what it says. It says, begin with symbol of the queen, then move to where the wine was spilled. Return the drink back to its glass, then find the marksman wise and skilled. Follow where arrow would meet its mark, across the sky above. Find who sleeps below the harp, then end your search with love. There you go.
Begin with symbol of the queen. Okay. Then move to where the wine was spilled. Okay. Turn the drink back to its glass. I will relay this information to the rest of the group. Well, we can draw?
I can draw.
Yeah, we can draw. There's like drawing tools on like the left side.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that would be about right. Maybe they would cross, but I have no idea if they would. But yeah, I just don't know how to trace that on here because I don't know where on the image I.
Wait, what about the snake?
We don't care about the snake.
Well, he's really important. He's a guard. He's a guard.
They didn't mention the snake. The snake's there to throw us off.
It's a red herring.
I will say
Or we don't
now.
have the full puzzle.
Yeah,
it's the-
maybe. Let's see here. What else we got?
Can I look?
Oh, Notus. Even though, despite being in the eye of the storm, there seems to be a crackling lightning that seems to surge around, specifically you here. I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You are at the top of the highest mountain, and you're closer to this storm than you have ever been before.
Sorry, bear with, my foundry's lagging.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. What am I rolling? Dexterity save.
Yes.
Oh my god, come on. Roll, damn you, roll!
Here it is. Oh, that's a good one. Okay,
Woo!
thank goodness. Because I was
Oh
about to
my
hit you with a big
goodness.
one.
Oh my god! Jesus!
Yeah. There is a
Wait,
surge
Notus
of
takes
lightning.
8 damage from that because of
I know.
so like perfect
resistance.
8. No, 8.
Resistance.
Yes, it is
I'm
resistance.
saying 8 altogether
I know.
because of destiny.
All right, notice you only take 8 damage, but this lightning not only feels like it's out to get you, it's something almost as though it's pulling you. You've heard of perhaps a lightning lure spell before. Well, this is kind of it, except supercharged. And the lightning, when it strikes into you, it seems to form like a net or a hook, and it yanks at your form, pulling you closer towards the throne. In addition, when that happens, the night sky almost illuminates with magic, and you see the constellations brighten up. And it seems to now show a lot more in the telescope. I think if you would have a second look now, yep, you can probably see it.
Okay,
There is,
Found it.
yeah, there's the crown. As you kind of like
There's
hover
water.
over the, yeah, as you hover over the crown, I'm gonna pause you because hold your freaking horses. There is suddenly on the back of the stone throne, there is a burst of light that surges off. Yeah, okay, I'll pause now. Where did you go next after that?
Up here.
I wanted to go to the water. There.
And then you want to follow it up to the goblet.
Okay, so as you pass, which
Here.
Okay, so you're going for this
Filled
one
spring.
second.
Yeah.
Okay.
And down to the...
Yes. Another light surges on the stone. And we see
And then
as
down.
you're looking at through the telescope, more and more of these little lights begin to appear.
I am going to point out the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So was that the hand on this one, on
Yeah.
the fourth one? Okay. All right, and then some major.
Sleeping animal.
Okay.
Music. Lyre.
Leah, yeah, Elia, whatever it is. Okay,
And then the hearts.
and then the heart. All right. Unfortunately, you have picked the wrong sequence here. Unfortunately, and as a result, there is again another strike of lightning that bursts down. This time, I'm gonna shoot it across Garreth. Because you're doing the telescope, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. All right. Garreth, give me a dexterity saving throw. And we'll have to end on this because you seem to have got it wrong. 20?
Woo!
Oh, man. Okay, you fair. Whew. That is going to be 28 half to 14 lightning damage to you. And this time, it's almost as if it's trying to sort of tell you off or reset your mind because it surges right into your brain and gives you a system shutdown for a second. The lights also reset after this lightning crashes into the stone throne as well, and all the lights go out again, kind of resetting your progress. But as you begin to try and figure out what the heck is the right sequence here, we are going to have to wrap it up since time. But you've got this little thing to ponder over in this puzzle. And all the while, notice there's an emotion in this lightning. It's only a brief flash that you get to see it each time. But there is certainly some kind of emotion with that light. So everyone else sees like that bright white lightning, or maybe it's a slightly tinge of blue. For you, though, it's the color of torment, pain, regret. It's a whole mix. And where people would see a nebula, you see this disarray. This disarray of agony. This place looks tranquil, but to you it's a torturous nightmare. And that's where we'll end tonight's session. Yeah, my voice is just giving out as well, so perfect timing. Anyway, so catch us tomorrow for The Curse of Strahd, The Mistaken, and Wednesday for Icewind Dale. Friday we are not here, but then Friday after that we will. We'll be back with Roll for Story. And finally, Sunday for the Icewind Trekkers. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.